The following content are the expressed thoughts, views, ideas, and opinions of the individuals and guests of the Nerds Have Spoken podcast. This podcast may contain adult language and themes not suitable for children under the age of 17. Viewer and listener discretion is advised. Please stand by while we wait for the cast of the Nerds Have Spoken podcast. Thank you for joining us and enjoy the show.
How you guys doing? My name is Jason Lowry. I'm the Nerds Have Spoken. I'm here with my partners in crime. I got Extractor Wells, Eric the Builder, Wolfenstein, and New York Mike. How you guys doing?
Fantastic.
Yeah,
I'm doing great. I can't wait to find out what the hell Wells is extracting. That sounds like a story.
Wouldn't you like to know?
Is he a dentist or a porn star? One or the other.
I thought porn
undercover.
Yeah, I thought porn stars didn't extract. That was more of like a one-way type of thing.
It depends on what you're doing.
So the injector.
Oh, you watch that freaky porn, huh, Lowry? All right, I got you.
Oh, we're off to a banging start.
Oh man!
Now we know why he was having technical
Literally.
So how was everybody's week? How was anything crazy going on?
Yeah, my week was pretty good, man. It was long. This was a long work week, even though we're on short days. But it seems like the more and more that people are quarantining in the house, the more stupid questions I get on the phone. So it's crazy. Like, I'll give you a quick example real quick. I won't go too deep in it, but you get people that call, we answer the phone, and I say my name and this is the service department. And they say, "Oh, is service open?" "No, idiot. I'm just talking to you from my house. We were closed the last time you said you called." Nobody answered the phone. So what do you think? I'm sitting here, I'm answering the phone. Yeah.
Here's your sign.
Jesus Christ. But other than that, man, it's been pretty good. I'll go into like the rest of the week a little later. Got a couple cool things that I worked on yesterday and the day before, so we'll go into that a little later. But Wolf, how was your week, man?
Oh, it was fine. More of the same. Just going to work. Something weird happened to me today. I'd like your guys' thoughts on this.
If you start growing hair in weird places, we're good. Yeah.
Hey, let me turn my headphones up. Hold on.
So no, I woke up this morning. I grabbed my phone and I saw that I had a friend request on Facebook. And it was from my ex-girlfriend's husband.
Oh.
And
nope.
I haven't spoken to her in 6 years. I've never met him. I have not attempted to contact anyone. I don't know what's going. We do have some mutual friends from between her and I. I still talk to. I don't know what he wanted, and part of me wanted to click accept just to see what the heck that was all about, but I didn't. So
Mike, put your hand out.
Mike, please tell me your thoughts.
Do you want the truth or a lie?
Everything.
So
wait a minute. We got to get more to this story, Mike.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Are there any other details before I ask my questions? Because I want to make sure I'm thorough on this one.
Yeah, make sure you're thorough.
Did you check his profile and he had any collecting, like anything? And maybe
I don't know him.
Apparently, he's collecting ex-boyfriends or something.
If he's anything like the girl, no, he doesn't do any of that shit. He probably thinks it's dumb.
Okay. All right. Well, I guess that's it, New York Mike.
Okay.
So Mike, go ahead.
So first, how was your breakup with your ex-girlfriend? Was it a good breakup? Was it a bad breakup? And all breakups suck, but like on a scale of 1 to shitty, how shitty was it?
Get into the meat and potatoes.
Yeah.
We're all about the meat on this.
We need honest answers here. We got to make the right call.
It wasn't that bad. Like we didn't like. No, it wasn't that bad. I would put it at a 4, maybe.
Okay, so he's probably not out to kick your ass, so that's a good thing.
Well, 6 years later, that wouldn't make any sense.
6 years, yeah.
People are fucked in the head, bro. Okay, I'm just telling you.
That's true.
But
people are crazy.
I see a great angle here. Okay.
Okay.
So here's what you do. The first thing you do, if you haven't already, is tell Crystal all about it. Okay.
I already did.
All right, cool. So here's what you do. Figure out what the fuck could this train wreck possibly be about? Because this guy's probably doing research to find out, like, ex-boyfriends, like, how did you deal with this crazy bitch? Like, shit like that. I have a feeling this is one of those reach outs.
That's the thing. That's been brought to my attention a couple times. And I thought about it. I'm like, yeah, they're like, yeah, what if he's trying to get advice? And I'm sitting there and I'm like, well, if he was, I would go like this.
Leave the bitch.
Bro, why do you think I left? That would be my response.
But see, this is where the greatness is.
Shrugging emoji.
You have the option to do that, okay? And you also have the option to not do that. You can manipulate this situation however you want. I suggest you record it. You document this whole process and see how bad you can fuck with this chick through him. And
I'm not looking for that. I was just gonna
say, man, like
he ain't gonna tell her that he's talking to you. Okay, I can promise you that.
No, I don't think so either. But I think Mike makes some good points if you want to mess around, but like I wouldn't. I would stay clear. You're happy. You're married.
I don't want this. No,
Like, no, you and Crystal make it like a game. Like, what can we get him to do next?
Oh god. I mean,
yeah, right.
I mean, maybe he's like, making his rounds to the ex-boyfriend. Maybe he swings both ways or something, No judge. But
I purely offer unsolicited advice. It's completely up to you whether you choose to listen to what the fuck I say or not. Okay, your problem.
All right.
I mean, from an entertainment standpoint, this would be great.
So it's been recorded here, so that way, if anything happens to Wolf, we know. And if he gets harassed, we're gonna post that shit right here on our page. Fuck it.
Yeah. all 30 of the people that follow us will know about it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we'll give him a nice little shout out and then show his email.
30 message people. I'm not worried about that. Yeah.
Your army's 30 strong, Wolf. We're 30 strong, brother. We got you.
Right.
Besides that pretty crazy situation there, anything else happened on this week?
I mean, other than that, no, that was the weirdest thing that's happened. Other than that, it's been normal.
Nice.
Yeah, no, you dropped the mic on that. That's you. That was good. I like that.
Like, I don't know how to follow up from that shit. Like,
like I said, I'm gonna always wonder why. I'm gonna always wonder.
Mm-hmm.
It's weird.
I can see Crystal just shaking her head in the background, just like.
Well, the good thing is he reached out to you, but not Crystal. So then there would be another issue. So cool. Just keep it moving, man. Just keep it moving. Mike, how about you, man? How was your week?
I feel silly going after Wolf now because, to be honest with you, I can't even remember my week. Like, it was this week is just like the last one and the one before that and the one before that and the one before that.
You're running together.
You just have to figure out. You count the weeks by drama these days. It's like what drama happened on what day, and you can kind of figure out what's going on. I think everyone's starting to go stir crazy. I think it's starting to get to us, and
it is.
I think everyone just needs to take a step back and take a deep breath, and maybe take a day or two off of social media, and just remember how much that we really do care about each other, and we are all part of the same community, regardless of what it is. And I think I think everyone just needs to kind of chill, kind of relax.
Hashtag social media distancing.
Yep. Yeah.
I can
social media
that, buddy.
Yeah. Hashtag fuck social media too. So
yeah, no shit.
Yeah.
To be honest, I've been staying off of it lately just because all the dumb shit. You know what I mean? So
way too much.
Oh yeah,
dude. I had to back from a few things myself this week, so I get it, Mike. No doubt.
Yeah. But I know Wells always does some interesting shit. What's going on with you, bro? How was your week?
That week wasn't too bad, man. It's pretty crazy, actually. Me and my wife been trying to like order a lot of food online, so like so we don't have to go into the supermarkets and stuff like that. So we got like an order that came in early this morning, actually. And we didn't even know about it because they usually send you like a call or a text message to let you know when the food is there. So when we finally got up, we went out to the door to get the food. Half the stuff was already broken into. So I'm like, wait, like what? And there's like a squirrel or a cat like ripped everything apart. Like we had a whole loaf of bread. It was all over the front steps. So it was like, oh,
so did they put it on your porch or something? Or
no, they put it on the stairs, and then they supposed to text you or call you when it's there. But for some reason, they came mad early. So it was like, we didn't even know. Like, we didn't see it till we woke up.
Wow.
And it was like probably like an hour later. And so some squirrel or a cat or whatever just tore everything up. But, you know.
Are you sure it's like some animal or some like a hood rat trying to find food or something?
I could have been. Who knows? Nowadays, you never know.
Yeah.
But you know, besides that, you know, I've been having some back pains last couple of days, man. You know, my wife wanted to try some new stuff, so it got a little out of hand.
Oh yeah, what kind of new stuff was it?
Yeah.
I don't know. You know, she started getting into some stuff, and she started calling me Optimus Prime, and I started getting into it. I was like, "Oh, Optimus! Oh, yeah, I like that."
Wow. So is this before or after you ate the mushrooms?
Yeah. And then he realized he was by himself.
Yeah, right.
Trying to eat food naked in the hallway, like.
I'm sure I just got laid, but nobody's here.
Yeah, man. But you know, other than that, man, it was a pretty good week, man. A lot of reveals this week, a lot of new stuff that came out. So you know, I'm giddy with joy with all the new stuff that's coming.
Nice.
So I did a lot of pre-ordering and stuff like that this week. So other than that, man, that's pretty much it for me.
So your back and your wallet are screaming at you. I see you.
Yeah, pretty much. A lot of pain here. A lot of pain.
Lowry,
yeah,
man, how was your week?
Not too bad, dude. You know, just kind of chilled out. You know, worked. You know, kind of did the listen to podcasts, different people. I mean, I ain't gonna lie. I'm going stir crazy like hell.
Yeah.
But to be honest, like being on with you guys and the things on Saturday nights, the shit's been keeping me sane somewhat. But
wasn't like you were that much sane.
Yeah. I mean, I'm on with you guys. Shit, you know, you never. Oh man, no, but yeah, it's been pretty chill this week. You know, I haven't been contacted by any exes or you know people trying to get a hold of me, you know, for hookups or Tinder or whatever. But no, but it's honestly it's been a pretty quiet, chill week for the most part. Actually, except last night. In fact, you know, we were kind of doing it, and after we were just chilling out on the video after the live stream last night with Mike, and there's a couple other of us. I look out my door, and at 3:00 in the morning, I have some dumbasses out there like doing burnouts right in front of my house.
Dang.
And I was like, "What's that?
What kind of car was it?"
I don't know. I ran out there. And I told him, I was like, "Yo, stop doing that." He kept doing it. I put a dent in the side of his door with my size 14.5, and then he took off.
You customized it. You customized it. That's what you did. You customized this car. Yeah.
Custom dented. But yeah, beyond that, you know, just kind of chilled, and then today just kind of relaxed. It's been raining like hell, so
yeah,
beyond that's pretty much about it, dude.
It was raining pretty good over there. It's sunny, 61 here.
But how about hauls this week? You guys get anything good?
Oh well, since we got you, man, what did you get? I know you were working on something last. Oh, nice.
A lot of people don't know this is actually a Ford GT. I kind of do it so you don't see it. But look at that, dude! It's blue and with white racing stripes.
And that's from the third Fast and Furious movie, right?
Yeah, it is. But I collect 24 scale diecast cars anyway, whether it's that or something else.
Me too, bro.
Yeah. And then the other thing I got, which I was working on last night. Oh, this bastard! These panels. So I was working on this, and people were actually shocked, and we were actually on Rob's channel doing a video. But oh, you bastard! Anyway, so I did this Gundam.
Hey, Lowry, zoom in on you, brother, so we can get the full effect.
Hang on. All right, let me do this.
There it is. He on. I like the color scheme there, man. It looks really good.
Well, dude, it's like the color scheme. It's actually a Gundam underneath it, which is like blue, white, and this orange color. But then it's got like armor and stuff like that on top of that. I mean, dude, check this out. It's got shit all over the place.
Wow. It looks like war.
Yeah, doesn't it? That's why I got it, because I kind of had that idea. That's what it looked like to me. I mean, dude, this folds out here to be like a giant rocket or a giant gun.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
That's cool.
So I turned around and I finished building that. I still got to do some decals and stuff, but honestly, that's pretty much been about it for the week for me. Nothing else.
nice.
How about you, Eric B? Anything coming for you?
Yeah, man. So I got a lot of stuff this week. So I pre-ordered that Tony Stark. Well, not pre-order. I ordered the Tony Stark from Amazon
Nice.
a little while back. They just finally shipped it. So this is the Iron Man 3 Tony Stark. I've been wanting this character for a little while. Finally got my SH Figure Arts and Bison in.
Nice.
It's pretty sick.
Nice
Character. What did kind of throw me off though is that this one feels a little lighter than the typical characters that they have. So like Ryu, Ken, Akuma, they feel pretty solid. The other ones feel solid, with the exception of Blanca. He's like kind of thick. And I was talking to Bobby about it because I know he had reviewed it, and I asked him if he thought it felt any different, and he was like, "Well, like they're chunkier characters, they tend to feel a little more hollow." So this one's a little more hollow, but still a good figure. Comes with a couple of really good accessories. Finally got my Warpath from Fans Toys.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's the other thing I got. I'm sorry, I missed that.
So I'm with the club finally. And then I got my Smokescreen Plus, the Toon version.
Yeah, those colors just pop. I love that.
Phenomenal. That's the first thing that stood out to me is the colors really do pop on. Pretty dope.
Hey, can you zoom in on the face real quick? I was trying to see something real fast. Hey, Wolf, is that the same look on your face when you saw that guy's message?
No, I had an eyebrow raised.
Then because Hasbro messed up, and it seems like they messed up again, they still didn't give me what they told me they would give me, but whatever, it's free, right? I got the trio pack from the X-Men Marvel Legends wave. Can you guys see that? There we go.
Dude, it looks good.
Yeah, it's cool. I mean, I like this.
I love that thing gray.
Only thing I'm keeping is a Jean Grey because I have the Mafex Wolverine and Cyclops. So Jim Hogg is getting the Wolverine. He called dibs on that. And then if Paul Chu still wants the Cyclops.
Can I see that Wolverine real quick?
Yep.
Ooh, you might have that going too.
That's an expensive set.
Jim Hogg asked for
That's
it.
a crazy face. Jeez.
Yeah, but it's repainted. Like he has the black instead of the blue on the body.
Yeah.
And the original had the blue, but it also comes with like the bone claws, which I think was a nice touch. It has the mask that has, like, you can kind of see where it has the hair coming through, like the damage, like he was in a danger room.
Yeah.
So it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool, man. And then I also picked up some paint. Well, not some paint, but some tools to paint because my daughter, the oldest, is turning 6 this week. And a project we wanted to get done for her room was to get a chalkboard on the wall. So she'll be able to do that. So I started that. The paint's dry. I have to get the molding up there tonight. And then that should be done here this week. And then we're changing the chandelier. So I'll continue to take pictures of that and post them in the group. And we'll talk a little more about the finished project.
Nice, dude. Happy birthday to her.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, appreciate her. Yeah, for sure.
Appreciate it. What about you, New York Mike? What you get this week?
Me, I got some things and some stuff. I guess I was getting the hunting blues. So I on one of my trips, I found a couple things. I found a Danny Moonstar.
Right.
So that makes my third one. I thought I had 3, but I don't know. I feel like I got some lying around somewhere that I can't find, but we'll see. I found this one at a store because I just kind of feel like every one of the Spider-Man villains has gone up significantly in price. I feel like this one's going to as well. So I got an extra one of these. Found it cheap.
Sinister 6 movie comes out.
Yeah.
I got found these guys. This is the last of the Kree Sentry wave. Wave that I was specifically trying to avoid, but apparently I need the Kree Sentry, so I had to buy all these fucking figures that I don't want. But anyway.
Had I known you were looking for those, Mike, I would have told you the Meyer by my house had buy one get one half off. So I don't know what you got those for, but I'll be on the lookout for stuff like that, and I'll just let you guys know in the future.
Yeah, I found. Well, I mean, this was an oddball, and this was out for a while. So, and like I said, I didn't even know I needed it, so I wasn't looking for it, and I found it for $20 a piece. So, I mean, it wasn't that bad.
Yeah,
and I found this guy in the Black Widow wave.
Taskmaster, nice.
That's what I need to find right now.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't. I didn't. Well, I wasn't going to buy it because I got no attachments to the movies and I don't do the MCU stuff, and I really just needed the Red Dynamo thing. But it looks so fucking good that I couldn't. I just couldn't say no. So I found
really
the.
Oh
found these
man, I'm
here.
looking for that too.
I found the sisters, the
Oh,
ladies.
nice.
Yep, the ladies.
Can't find any of that.
I found this guy. I found this guy a couple weeks ago, though. I think I showed this one off
Yeah.
already.
I do remember that.
We found this gentleman here, Mr. Bones, Mr.
Crossbones.
Crossbones.
Mm-mm.
Found that guy right over here.
Oh,
That is
nice
the Red
one,
Guardian.
oh, dear.
Nice.
Red Guardian. And this son of a bitch. This guy. This guy was hard to find.
Oh, wow.
This
he's
guy
not
was
easy to find
very hard to find. You see one of these, grab it because this,
Yeah,
this is
Go
the
back
one
to
that's
his
winning.
face. He kind of looks like,
That's
what's his
gonna go
name
up
from
price.
G.I. Joe?
Zartan?
Zartan, yeah.
A little bit.
Oh, interesting. Interesting little tidbit for you customizers out there and for you collectors who are going to know this thing's going to skyrocket. So,
Yeah,
and
the arm slipper. They look pretty good.
That's the whole wave, right, Mike?
that is the whole wave. Yes, sir.
Nice.
And last but not least, that guy came in.
Sub-Zero.
Now, is that your first one out of the Mortal Kombat, or
No, this is the latest one.
You got Scorpion, right?
yeah,
I
okay.
don't have a Scorpion or an original Sub-Zero. I have every other one that I wanted. That's like I don't have the bloody versions. I have all the clean versions.
Right.
Except
Same.
I accidentally bought the bloody version of Reptile online. So if anybody's got one not bloody that wants to trade for a bloody, I got some bloody. So
Nice.
we'll work it out.
All right, so
Little
where'd
rock
you find
swap
the-
or whatever.
Where'd you find that at? Was that
The-
Target or?
The Sub-Zero?
Yeah.
Oh, that was a BBTS. Oh, that's right. That was BBTS, and something else came in from BBTS this week also.
Mhm.
I don't think I showed it off last week, but
I don't
if you
think
can
you
see,
did.
he's kind of right over my left, my right. This is my right. This is my right shoulder.
I see him.
And he's right over there.
Yeah, Underclash action.
Underclash.
Yeah, Wolf showed his off, and it was pretty nice.
Yeah, you showed us
And,
it was in box. You didn't show us transform with all the colors and stuff popping, man. That's dope. I like
oh,
it.
okay. So I did show it. I wasn't sure if I remember. Okay.
Yeah, it's sick up there.
Yeah, I like it. It goes well. It's like a standout piece. Like your eye goes to it right away, and that's all I'm going to say about that. But Wolf, other than some creepy messages, did you get anything this week?
Mhm.
How do I follow that all? Yeah, I got something old, something new.
Something borrowed, something blue.
Not quite.
I thought that was a year ago.
First off,
Yeah.
we got
Oh, that looks good.
Snarl.
G1 Snarl.
Very nice.
So I got 4 out of 5 Dinobots. Just need one more swoop. Hope to get that one next week, maybe.
So are you getting decals or Reaper labels for him and stuff and redoing it?
No, his are still on there. They look pretty good. I'm gonna leave them alone.
All right.
Nice.
Yeah, and this one is Bobby's fault.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
I'm not sure if I'm gonna go full in on this or not, but I got the
Ooh.
go back to the Kenner. Yeah.
got some little Black Series. My first Black Series figure. So
Nice.
Bobby will be
Nice.
proud.
Yeah, man.
Mhm. Rabbit
Yeah,
hole.
I might go in on it. I might not. I'm not sure. I thought they looked good. I watched his video, Force Friday video this week, and I just thought they looked really good.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see what happens. I'll overlook it and see what's going on. But that's all I got.
I think he got you, bro. I think you're falling down.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know I'm trying to BS you guys.
For real.
But, who's left? Who's Jason? You up or did you go already?
No.
E-Wells.
Hey, I got a quick question, Ian. And I know it's been a little bit, and I know we had a lot going on. But can you tell me what time it is?
Oh, fuck.
Yes, sir. It's time to nerd up or shut up.
Let's go.
No nerd off.
Dude, it's all
Yeah.
good. Like it just hit me just now.
It's time.
Well, since you nerding up or shutting up, let's see how you nerded up this week.
Oh man, I didn't nerd up too much, man. I finally got my Sheridan in, so I've just been messing with that. I know most people have been having problems with the leg on it, so I kind of had to break out my toolkit and kind of mess with the leg a little bit too. It was exactly where I needed it to be.
That's common.
Yeah, very common. I got a couple of comic books in. I didn't really get any figures per se in this week, but I did do some pre-ordering. Definitely got my pre-order on. I probably pre-ordered too much, but
it sounds like all of us right now since there's nothing to do.
Yep.
I know, because there's nothing to do. So I'm just sitting there in the bed on my phone, just pre-ordering. So, oh, that looks good. Let me get that. Oh, Phantom Thomas, yeah, all right, yeah, pre-order that. It's just just doing a lineup, setting things up. And I've just been watching movies, man. I watched Extraction with Chris Helmsworth. Did I say his last name right?
Yeah, Helmsworth. Yeah,
it's called
cool. Helmsworth, right? Yeah, I was watching that. I finished watching that this morning. Actually, that was a really good movie. So if anybody hasn't watched that yet on Netflix, definitely give that a shot.
I just started watching that this afternoon, dude. It's phenomenal.
Yeah, man. I won't spoil it for you, but yeah, you got to watch it. It's really good, man. From beginning to end, definitely a dope movie.
Some of the best fight scenes I've seen in a long time.
Did the thing. Oh, bro, the choreography in that movie was really good, man. Like the Russo brothers did their thing with that too, man. Gotta always do. Yeah, man. So the fight scene, you know what it was? The fight scenes was kind of like it was like Chris was playing Chris Evans and Captain America. It's like exactly what the fight scenes were like. It was like he was Captain America. I mean, the fight scenes was crazy.
It kind of reminded me a cross between Nat and Jason Bourne.
Yeah, good call. I didn't think about that. Yes, Jason Bourne. That's a good comparison.
So are you saying Chris Evans from The Winter Soldier when he was just going ham?
Oh, yeah. It was like cross between that.
Winter Soldier was dope. It's the same type of concept in this movie.
I like it.
Definitely check it out.
For sure. Wow. Anything else, man? All good?
Nah, man. That's it for me this week, bro.
Yeah, man. No doubt.
Mike, you forget something?
Yeah, Mike.
Me?
No, Mike.
Yeah, I forgot something. I was, if you guys caught the live stream on Saturday night, you would have seen this. This was what I built on the live stream.
Nice.
This is D0 or DO or whatever the hell you want to call them from episode 9. Couple of gimmicks. There's an adjustment right here so that you can make them look certain different ways if you want. You can make them bob back and forth if you want. So it will lock into place because it is gridded, so you can pose them however you want. And then this knob here, you get the little head spin.
Whoa, going crazy.
And this is a Lego build, correct, Mike, for our listeners?
Yeah, this is a Lego build. And if you can see this part here, that rib part, like this was one of those unique build techniques. You have these tubes here. And you see how they kind of fit through some Legos with some holes? Well, you got some pieces and you run 2 tubes up and you're just basically running these pieces on the tube and it creates this rounded effect.
Wow.
And it's just, I thought that was really, really cool. And the other nice thing about this, it's a cheap set. It's $70 and you get a UCS plaque that comes with it with a little tech readout. Nice. And it goes great next to the BB-8 and the R2-D2 right behind me there.
And UCS stands for what? Ultimate Collector Series?
Ultimate Collector Series, yeah. Yes. I don't know if it's set or series, to be honest with you. I'm not
now,
sure.
Mike, does the wheel kind of spin on that or no?
The wheel does not spin. No, it does not. It's stationary. It's meant to stay stationary. This isn't something you play with. This is just like a model, you know.
Nice.
But it's a good one.
Retail on one of those sets?
$70.
Okay.
And I might be buying myself something this week. So if I do, I will let you know on the podcast next week because I might buy myself a little present. We'll see.
Nice.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Christmas.
That's what's up, man. Well, this week there's not too many funny, lighthearted news topics out there, but Mike brought up a great question in one of our pre-shows. So we were talking about music. Actually, it was in one of our shows. We're just talking about like show stuff. One of our meetings, and we're talking about music. And Mike thought it'd be a great idea, and we all agreed with him to talk about what you all think is the 80s, your best 80s and 90s theme song from a cartoon. Was it just cartoon, Mike, or was it like 80s and 90s period?
I I mean, we could do this any way you want. We could break it down from to the 80s. We can break it down to just the 90s. We can do 80s this week. We can do 90s next week. We could each have a top 5 and go through top 5. We could do whatever the hell you guys want because
Do 80s
it's
this
our
week
show.
and 90s next week or something like that, you know?
Okay, I'm down.
Yeah.
Yeah, go with the 80s this week and then move over to the 90s sometime next week. So Mike, since we got you, man, and the screen's on you, why don't we start with you?
Pressure.
Yeah, buddy.
I mean, it's just I'm gonna
put it back on you.
I'm gonna forget so many, and that's the problem here because there's so many great ones, like obscure ones that you don't even think of. So I'm gonna go obscure. I'm not even gonna say the common ones that that are out there. That would be obviously that one. So I'm gonna try and stay away from those. I will say that I'll do the top 5 no one's ever heard of, probably.
Okay. All right.
I really liked. Let's see. I mean, number 5 probably going to be Gummy Bears. To be honest.
Hey,
Oh, yeah.
Wow. Okay.
That's an off-the-wall one.
Gummy bear.
Yeah.
Sing it.
I mean, it wasn't like amazing or great or anything, but like it stuck in your head. It played it over and over. Not my typical kind of melody, but it worked for me.
Yeah, man.
I'm also going to say number 4 is probably just looking at my movies to try and get an idea. I really like the Pole Position theme.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah,
did not know that one.
Pole Position was huge for me.
Game, right?
Let's see. I don't know if this was 80s or 90s, but this theme just it kicks your ass from like beginning to end. I don't know if you guys ever saw Skeleton Warriors.
No.
Saturday morning cartoon. Check it out. Nice melody, gets you going, gets you amped up. Let's see. I had my top 2.
3 or 4?
That was 3.
Okay.
After that, it's probably going to have to be Saber Rider and the Star Sheriffs.
Okay.
That had a hell of a theme. That had a great theme. And then number 1, I'm going to say probably King Arthur and the Knights of Justice. Like that was
90s, right? That wasn't the 80s, was it?
You know what? I thought it was 80s only because I remember coming home and watching this show, and it was like we were watching the first season of Ninja Turtles, and Ninja Turtles came on right after that. So I want to say that it was the 80s. It was close to the 90s, but I really want to say it was 80s. I might be wrong, but either way, I'm pretty close. I'll give you 5 90s next week, and I'll be more prepared. I'll study this time.
92. 92.
Was King Arthur Knights of Justice was 92?
Yep, 1992.
Okay, fine. Fuck you then.
He said close enough. It was in my heart.
Oh, you just got fact checked.
Let's see.
I only remember that because
in the
90s is when I actually met my sister on my dad's side. So that's when I remembered it coming out. I saw it at her house for the first time. So I thought that it might be in the 90s.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say Dinosaurs. That's what I'm gonna say.
Good. That was one of mine.
That might not have been my number 1, but that's up there.
That's definitely obscure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do like one of those.
He likes
one of them.
I don't know what cartoon you had in New York.
Dude, see that a lot of people don't realize it, man. A good theme, sometimes it made an 80s cartoon. Like I must have listened to that Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles theme like 10, 15 times before I actually watched the show. And I'm like, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, this is fucking stupid.
I could see little Mike and his like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle underoos like going ape shit like on the couch singing the song.
How'd you know about the underoos?
Making
that picture? That's me right there. I hope you got that picture. click it, click the picture.
I'll send you it. Don't worry.
Oh yeah.
Well, Wolf,
that's next week's photo.
that funny face, man. Let's go to you next, man. What you got?
All right, off the top of my head, I'll start with Ninja Turtles. That was one of my all-time favorites. Definitely, definitely got you pumped up to watch that show.
Thanks.
I'll go with a little Disney on this next one. I'll go with Rescue Rangers. I like that one.
Yeah.
That's my joint. Woo.
Good one.
Yeah. What else? What else can I think of? Thundercats was one of my favorites. That was a good one for me.
Okay.
DuckTales was fun. Give you another Disney one.
Ooh.
I like that one.
Oh,
You stole mine.
Ooh, yeah.
I like it.
Oh God. What else is there? I'm going 4 this week. I did not prepare a top 5. I'll just give you 4 this week.
No worries. I'm sure by the end of this, you probably
Something will
so.
click. Yeah.
Let's go to you. Let's go to Wells. Wells, what you got?
Can I use Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles too?
Yeah,
Or no?
Dude, whatever you want.
Whatever you want,
man.
man.
What you like, bro?
But that's number 5. You know, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles every Saturday morning was my joint. I loved hearing that theme song. Come on, man. I ran from my bedroom. Like, you want me, mommy? Turn it up, turn it up, turn it up. Yeah, that was my joint. I would go with Darkwing Duck. I love Darkwing Duck too, man.
Was that 80s?
I don't know if that's 80s. I don't know
That's
if it's
fun,
80s, early 90s. I don't know.
I think that
Not
might
sure.
have been 90s, but that's a really, really
Was it?
good one too. Yeah, that's a
All right,
really
if it was
good one.
90s, yeah, we'll take that back then.
91, 92. Yeah.
Oh, you Burgess ain't
Was
gonna
it?
fact check
All right.
you. You're just gonna fact check me, Burgess.
Yeah.
Nah, Wolf was on that. Wolf was on that. I
You
saw
go back
Wolf on
check
that.
me.
I got I'm ready.
It's all good. It is what it is.
No love, love you, Mike.
Oh, no.
So was Tailspin in that too then? Was that 90s too or was that 80s?
Tailspin.
Tailspin was
That was
before
my
Darkwing
joint,
Duck,
too.
wasn't it?
1990.
That was the one with
That was 92?
Yeah.
Jesus.
90.
characters, right?
I guess me in the 80s weren't happening then, huh? Got going to Looney Tunes? Was that 80s?
Which one?
That's actually, yeah, I forgot about that one.
Way back down to, what was
Looney Tunes? We had The Simpsons. I mean, Inspector Gadget. Like these gotta be.
Oh, that's a good one.
Spectre Gadget. Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that 5?
How many was that? Was that
Give
5
us one
4 or
more.
5?
Give us one more anyway. Come on.
Damn, I'm trying to think about it. I didn't want to cartoon. I mean, X-Men was 90s, right?
Yep, that was
Like
90s.
that one.
What? No
I'll take that for
Transformers? No G.I. Joe? No.
I mean, well, G.I. Joe. I mean, yeah.
We're just trying to think of the
believe it or not,
oddball
man. I
stuff.
watched G.I. Yeah, I'm trying to think, but G.I. Joe was dope. But I mean, believe it or not, and I'm sure I'll get some heat for this. I wasn't really a big G.I. Joe fan, y'all. I mean, I watched it.
I wasn't either.
You know what I mean? But
Yeah,
I wasn't a huge
figured that
G.I.
out.
Joe fan.
Talking about G.I. Joe toys the first couple of episodes.
Yeah, and I was like, all right. Let me know when y'all ready to move to the next topic. I don't hate them, but I just wasn't a big G.I. Joe fan. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Fair. That's fair.
Wasn't for me.
Nice, dude.
And DuckTales and everything like that. So yeah, that's it for me, man. I think that's 5.
Ari, what about you, buddy? What you
Well,
got?
I'm gonna give you one more. I just thought of this because I like this one too. Alvin and the Chipmunks.
Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah, that's a good
Oh
one.
yeah. That's a good one.
That was
That's
a good one. That's
That is a
my
good one.
5. There you go.
Yep.
That's it.
Alvin,
Let's
Simon,
see.
see you know.
Number 5, Kid Video.
Kid video, like
Kid video.
Oh, you're going obscure on me too.
Yeah. 4, Real Ghostbusters.
nice.
Good one.
That's a great
yeah.
one. That's a
Nice.
great
good
one.
What about let's see here, number 3, Centurions.
Oh, that's a good one too.
Mhm.
2, trying to think of oddball. Jason the Wheeled Warriors.
Mm. Yeah.
And number 1 would be Defenders of the Earth.
Yeah, that's a really good one.
Defenders of the Earth that shit got you hyped up. Do you remember that cartoon at all?
I do. I love that cartoon.
Defenders of the Earth. Dude, that used to get you so hyped up.
Yeah.
What about you, Eric B?
So I don't have too many obscure ones. But one of my favorites was Count Duckula. Used to come on Nickelodeon.
Oh, remember that?
Hell yeah, I remember that.
Nickelodeon
Yeah.
classic.
That was a classic for me. So I'm gonna give you the top 3 in my all time was G.I. Joe, Transformers, and Thundercats, but those are like mainstream because I don't have too many obscure ones. And then it was I want to say DuckTales. DuckTales had you moving. DuckTales. Ooh.
Even now, that shit gets you going.
Heck yeah. Like, you got to do shit every time you do it.
I don't like the new episode at all.
No, I don't like it either.
I haven't watched the new ones, to be honest.
Nah, they're terrible. Don't even waste your time.
Have you watched it? Anybody else watch it?
I watched it and I actually really liked it. I liked it.
Really?
Let me tell you why. I wasn't sure why at first. Hold on, I wasn't sure why at first. Now, I watched it first couple times. I'm like, what the fuck is this? They're perverting again. This is not what I'm looking for. But I gave it a chance. I give a lot of things a chance, even though I don't like them. But I give them a chance, and I gave this one a chance, and it stuck with me a little bit. And I was wondering why the story just seemed to be so much better in these. It's because they gave Huey, Dewey, and Louie distinct personalities.
Yeah, they had their own personality.
And if you watch the old cartoon, they're three triplets that think and speak and act exactly alike. These three, they play off the dynamics of the personalities a little bit better, and some of the stories are really good. It's not what we grew up with; it's not the same, but I liked it, and I also really liked the fact that David Tennant did Scrooge McDuck.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah.
I do have an honorable mention though, and I forgot about this one. Captain N, the Nintendo Power cartoon.
Oh, I love that one. Yeah.
That theme song was fun. That was cool, and the show was cool. Just seeing all your favorite video game characters in one universe, it was pretty cool.
Yeah.
I never watched that show, but I heard it was pretty good.
Oh, it was fun, dude. Fun times. What are you gonna say, Mike?
I just want to say real quick, I was surprised. Like, there's a couple that nobody mentioned, and I just wanted to go through them real quick. Like, I thought some of these would definitely be mentioned. I don't know if somebody said Visionaries. Somebody might have said Visionaries.
No.
That was a tie for one for mine. So that was a good one.
Yeah, Silverhawks was really good, I thought.
Oh yeah, Silverhawks. Yeah.
Mask. What he said,
Yeah.
Masked.
Yeah.
That's a great theme. And I'm not so much the themes, but the themes definitely, but also just the openings in these two were great. Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah.
And Voltron. Nobody said Voltron.
I was going for obscure. I wasn't going for like mainstream. So
like theme songs. Wasn't a thing like theme songs? Like,
really good. Voltron's theme song was good, man.
Yeah, it was.
I'm just saying.
I mean, how many one of us end up grabbing that SOC Voltron and start singing that shit while you're transforming?
In your head the whole time.
Yep.
No one brought up Brave Star either. Brave Star was
a good one.
Yeah, Brave Star was a good one.
Yeah, that was pretty cool, man.
X-Men.
X-Men's 90s.
Oh, that's right.
Jumping ahead.
I'll say that for next week.
Yeah, we'll save it for next week. Next week's going to be good because now we know we got to come prepared because I never read the notes. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, my bad.
No worries, man. Well, moving right along, man. Let's get into a little bit of sports. We got some couple sports topics, man. Not too much. We're not going to go too deep. But Wolf sent a couple of things in this week in regards to the NHL. So it looks like one of their plans was to go to North Dakota and New Hampshire. And we talked a little bit on that last week, but it looks like that's been X'd out and never made it out of the concept stage.
Oh.
But that doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, it doesn't surprise me either. Like, they don't have enough. I think what they were saying in the article, if I can remember correctly, was that it wouldn't be enough support. They need like a big arena that has at least more than 2 locker rooms to kind of keep the team separated so they can keep up with the sanitation purposes. And they don't have enough TV support out there either, to broadcast.
Yeah, that's exactly what we brought up last week when we were talking about it. We talked about the logistics of the situation. It's different with the National Hockey League.
State, it's just dumb.
Yeah, it wouldn't work. But they are still tossing around scenarios to restart the season. They're even talking about doing the NHL draft before the season is scheduled to end. even if they do come back, they're talking about pushing the draft up too. But these are all things that they're tossing around. Nothing's set in stone just yet. But what do you guys think about that stuff there?
I don't know. Like I would like a return to somewhat of a normalcy in the world.
Yeah.
But I also don't want to rush this either. Like I was in Walmart today. And I walked in. I was there for 10 minutes, and I just lost all faith that we're ever going to get out of this. Like I see people wearing their masks, like the employees wearing them like below the nose. I see people not even wearing them. I see people wearing them, but their kids aren't wearing them. They're not following directions. They're like the aisles are one way, but they're still coming the other way. There's just no.
Or even like whole families not wearing them when they walk in. It's like,
they're not. They don't care. And I don't. Like I said, I want the return to normalcy, but I don't want people to like get sick for my entertainment either. That's just me.
Right. I feel you on that, man. That's no one wants to
agree 100%.
sick. But I mean, if you're dumb enough to go out and do the stuff that you're not supposed to do, you get sick. That's on you.
Yeah, just like you can't trust people. You cannot trust people to be doing the right thing right now.
And I might,
but they might get there themselves. Yeah, sorry, go ahead, E.
No, I was saying that I might just laugh about it if you look stupid.
Mother Nature's doing this shit on purpose. Oh,
absolutely.
Think about it. Earthquakes, hurricanes the last year, like all the craziness going on, typhoons, and then now this.
Well,
I mean, I'm just saying, it's just coincidental, but yeah.
Oh god!
Yeah. I'll chalk the other stuff up to coincidence, but yeah, I think there's definitely something to the fact that if this thing wasn't genetically engineered and it is indeed a natural occurring phenomenon, then this is definitely Mother Nature trying to get rid of the parasite that is the human race, or at least trim it down. So, but I don't know, man.
I believe that.
Yeah, I think that there's a lot of different views on this, and I think that. As great as the reduction of the virus can be by social distancing and keeping a mask on, the reality is that I don't think that this is going to go away until one of two things happens. Either it's 110 degrees outside and the virus can't survive and it dies out, or we come up with a vaccine. There are 14 billion people on this planet. As long as one person has it, the human race is at stake. So at what point do you say, hey, we've got to get back to life? And it's a tough call. It's going to be up to different areas, and it's there is a debate there. That's all I'm going to say. There's a debate.
Oh yeah, big time.
So yeah,
man, it's a tough call, man. But at the end of the day, that we got to take time with this. We can't just jump back into opening everything up tomorrow.
You got to ease in. You got to ease in.
I agree.
There's a way to doing things, and you gotta be safe with it. You gotta take the time to get back into it easily, and I mean not easily, but safely. You know what I mean? And I feel like they're jumping back into things way too fast.
Yeah, I agree, man.
So they
had that. I'm sorry, go ahead, Jay.
So the word that basically we're trying to say is be safe and have patience. So that's the best we can do. We wish everybody luck. So
it's a good way to sum it up, man. Well, I mean, we have had some entertainment in sports, especially this documentary with the Bulls, The Last Dance, Bulls, that covers the last season of the Michael Jordan-led Chicago Bulls team in the year of '98, where they did go on to win their sixth and final championship as that team. Basically the core of that team, meaning Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, and Phil Jackson being the core. Have you guys caught up on that just yet? I know, Lowry, you're midway in the episode 2, close to the end or whatever.
Yeah, I'm towards about 3/4 of the way through episode 2, and then I think we said something about the other episodes are tonight. They're like 2 back to back or something.
And for those who don't know, we record on Sundays, so the shows have been airing every Sunday from 9 to about I think 11 because they're 1-hour episodes. You get 2 on Sunday, which is great.
I mean, just to watch this story and kind of see everything that happened behind the scenes that last year. Like, dude, I remember growing up at that time. I was emotional as shit just watching this. Like bringing up so many memories playing basketball and like everything during that time. So,
yeah, it brought back some memories for me too, man. Especially, so I'm from Detroit. For those who don't know, I'm from Detroit. born and raised here in the city. We had epic battles with the Chicago Bulls. We held them out of out of the finals for a number of years, even eliminating them in the playoffs. So to see Michael Jordan go from struggling against his biggest, what I will call his biggest adversary, the Detroit Pistons, to actually tearing up the league, and then seeing how it was coming to an end, all the behind the scenes stuff, all the drama and stuff. I never knew all of that. I knew pieces of it, but man, to see all of this stuff happen the way that it's been happening, it's been crazy, dude. It's been crazy. Been nuts. Anybody else watched episode 1 or 2 yet on this, or do you guys plan on watching it? Wells, what about you, buddy?
Your bad boy Pistons, boy. There's something else I must say. They definitely gave the Chicago Bulls a handful for physicality. Is that a word? Yeah, physicality.
Yeah, let's go.
I just don't know. I didn't know they did Scottie Pippen that way, yo, in terms of his contract. I didn't know he got played like that. How much money that they was paying him. Like Michael Jordan was making double figures and millions, and they only was giving Scottie Pippen like 2, 3, 5 million, in comparison. You know what I mean? And it was crazy that they did
22 out of the league, and he was arguably the second or third best player in the league at that time.
Luke Longley was making more money than Scottie Pippen.
What?
Making more money.
I didn't. Oh my god!
Do you know who Luke Longley is?
Did you just say that Scottie Pippen was the second or third best player in the league at the time?
Arguably. Some people do say that he was right next to Jordan. Some people say that. I don't, but I'm just saying that some people will make that argument that he was arguably
I won't.
The top 2 players of the league, and some people will say even the top 5. But he was getting paid money. They ranked him at 122. So, I mean, it's crazy. I mean, I do remember, and you got to give Pippen his credit. I mean, when Jordan left, he led the Bulls those 2 years in every statistical category. That's hard to do.
Yeah,
I understand that, but that just tells me that he was a superstar and they were feeding him the ball. I mean, was he good? Yeah, he was good. I mean, we're not saying he wasn't good, but to put him in top 5, I'd have a lot of trouble with that.
Michael, who will be your number 2 after Jordan?
Number 2 after Jordan. I mean, there's so many names out there. I mean, I think you can argue. I don't even think that you can. I think that Pippen kind of suffers from the Tom Brady disease. I don't think you can really look at the numbers because, you've got such an advantage over everybody else in the league at the time with be playing next to Michael Jordan. And your numbers are going to be great because they're going to be paying a lot more attention to Jordan than they're going to be paying attention to you. The guy getting double teamed is probably going to be Jordan every single time. I'm just saying, it's just tough to make the argument. I don't know who the top 5 are. I couldn't tell you. It's tough to put him there.
Mike, is when Jordan was on the floor, they couldn't double team Jordan because they had to worry about Pippen. So. And not all the time they couldn't double team Jordan, but majority of the time, you know what I mean? Majority of the time, like they had to give Pippen his respect.
I completely understand that. But when you're playing the Chicago Bulls, your primary concern is Michael Jordan and then Scottie Pippen. And that's a huge thing.
It was that combo right
Jordan,
there.
That was it.
It was that combo.
Yeah. Every other number 1 in the league didn't have to worry about that. Every other number 1 in the league had all of the attention on them. So it's just I don't know. It's just hard for me to make that assumption.
I feel you. I feel you.
Yeah. I feel you. I could definitely see him in the top 20.
Yeah, I mean, at the time, man, I as much as I didn't like. So I grew up rooting against the Chicago Bulls, but I loved Jordan's game. I just didn't like him because he was murdering my team at that time. But I respected his game.
He was murdering everybody's team, bro.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
But I give him
everybody's team.
When I was growing up, man, like when you go back and retrospectively look at that list of maybe top 10 players in the league at that time, Pippen was definitely top 10 in my opinion, just based on everything that he did. But I'm with you, Mike. I wouldn't say that he was top 3. He's probably not top 3 for me either. But I mean, contract wise and the numbers he put up, because they go by black and white, he definitely deserved to get paid more than the top 121 players in the league. Not more than Jordan, but he deserved more than he deserved more respect than that. And the thing that you see in the documentary is that he signed that contract. And while I'm the type of person that feels like Scotty got played, I can see the other side of the argument as well. If you have the owner telling you, Scotty, this is a bad contract, don't sign it, how many owners are going to tell you that? Because their job is to win with minimal costs to make the team make more money, right? So if I'm spending $15 million extra a year, that's $15 million out of my pocket, or at least the operating budget, with a salary cap the way it is. But he signed it and said, okay, you signed this contract, don't come back to me asking for my money. Now, I also see the other side of that argument. You as an owner, knowing what type of player you have as Scottie Pippen, knowing that even though you're giving Phil 1 year and you want to try to win as much as you can, you restructure that man's contract and take care of that cat. Because when Jordan wasn't there, he was taking care of your team. Yeah. You got to give that man some money.
Wasn't he, during that time, wasn't he the, for a forward, okay, just a forward, wasn't he leading for assists and steals just for based on that position?
Yeah, it was top in some of those statistical categories for sure. He was up there in rebounds. He was up there in steals for sure, and I think assists as well.
Yeah, I think he was 23rd in a couple of those categories or something.
That's a good question. I don't know the exact number, but I think it's up there in those stats.
12th scoring overall in the 23rd in rebounds, 23rd in assists, and 28 in blocks, and first in steals.
And that's the 98 season where he set out 35 games?
It's basically saying 95 season.
Okay, so in 95.
Yeah.
So 95 was the year that Jordan was out in 95, right? Yeah.
So, I mean, that's and I'm not saying that statistics can't happen. Is Russell Westbrook a top 3 player in the league?
I'd definitely say he's probably like a 6.
Not top 3 though.
Yeah,
he's top 3, but probably a 6.
That guy's got some of the most impressive numbers in the history of the NBA.
Yeah, I mean, he's at the moment in the season, like when he was doing them triple doubles, he was definitely a top 3 player in the league.
Right, but overall is I mean, looking back now, because he had a couple of, he did a couple of things, but overall, is this guy a top 3 player in the league? I mean, we can take back and we can say that now. Just like we can take a step back and we can look at the other situation too. Again, I don't know enough about it. I don't know if I didn't see the special. I don't know about the contract shit, but I mean, it's just
it's kind of interesting to watch.
I respect your standpoint. And to answer your question, no, Russell Westbrook would not be considered today top 3 player in the league. No. Nope, not at all. Not at all. But I'm looking forward to watching episode 3 and 4 tonight. That's going to be pretty cool. This one, I think episode 3 is supposed to go into Dennis Rodman and how he fit into the mix. This one is going to be entertaining.
This should be interesting.
Sure.
Yeah,
Dennis Rodman.
Curious to see this.
Yep. And Mike, I know you're not like a huge basketball fan now, but back in the day, were you into basketball? Like when I call it the golden era of basketball. So the 90s to me were like the 90s and the 80s were like the golden era of basketball. Were you more into basketball then?
I was more into it by saying that I watched some stuff, and as of right now, I watch absolutely nothing, and that's not because of the virus, but yeah, I mean, when the Knicks were good, I loved the Ewing years. I loved John Starks. I loved Charles Oakley. I loved those teams. I watched them. I was into the games, and the one thing about basketball that just kind of turns me off, and this I just can't get past this. And I know it's not the situation every single time. I understand that. I get it. But 90% of the time, 85% of the time, you can watch the last 5 minutes of the game and you're good. And that's just not something that you can say about games like, and I know I'm in the minority here. I get it. I just, to me, that's not something that you can say about soccer, something you can say about hockey. That's, football's another one. I mean, football, the last 12, 13 minutes of the game might not matter at all. The whole fourth quarter might not matter. So that was just always my thing with basketball. I guess that's one of the things that turned me off to it personally. And obviously that's subjective completely. And I know that might not be the popular opinion, but that was just my situation.
It's funny you say that because I feel the same way about football at times. Like if it's a close game, then I'll watch it the last quarter sometime, depending on who's playing. There's certain teams that I feel like they're going to be money, and I want to see how entertaining they're going to be, no matter what. Like there's been times where I knew for sure if I watched Minnesota play Green Bay, I was going to get a good game. So I'm just going to watch that game from beginning to the end. But if the Bengals were playing the Browns, I catch the last 5 minutes and may not even catch the whole game. Period. If it's something going, you know what I mean?
I mean that's quality of, that's also quality of the teams playing. I mean, I'm still gonna go ahead and say that you never know when the important part of the football game is. It could be the first quarter, it could be the first half. Basketball, it's if it's a close game, the most important part is always the last 5 minutes, or maybe 7 minutes, arguably.
I think the teams that probably had that more recently that had that really down to a science were probably the Detroit Pistons, the going to work Pistons, back in like 2003, 2004, even a little bit before and a little bit after that, the going to work Pistons.
Because I believe you.
The way Larry Brown coached that team, man, he coached them to keep the game close, to like not go crazy and go too crazy off the game plan or whatever until like the last quarter, and then just open it up. So like kind of coast or whatever. But anyway, but Mike, there's some stuff going on in your area, man. There's a couple rumors flying out of New York. You too, Wells, that the Mets may be getting sold. Well, the rumor has it that J-Lo and A-Rod are looking to buy the Mets. And I'm not sure if this is an ownership group. I would assume so, because I don't think they would have enough money to buy that team by themselves. They are two megastars, and if this goes through, this is going to add them to the list of celebrities who own either ownership stake in teams or just own the teams or whatever. So that's interesting in itself. I didn't think the Mets were being shopped around like that.
Yeah, that was news to me too.
Yeah, I don't think they are. I think that I think that the story got a lot of traction because nobody else had anything to talk about. I was talking to E Prime about this. Shout out to E Prime. And he was telling me some of the insane stipulations that the Wilpons have in order to transfer this team. And again, I didn't read any articles on this. This is just hearsay and guys talking shit. So I can't tell you if this is 100% true or not. But my understanding of it is that regardless of who purchases this team, for whatever the price is going to be, I think it's valued somewhere around between 2.3 and 2.5 billion dollars.
Good God.
They want the money. They want the money now. Okay, they're like, okay, you want it? Pay us, and then you get controlling interest in 5 years.
What?
5 years?
That makes no sense.
I mean,
yeah, no.
So, hey, Mike, I'm gonna sell you this car, but I'm not gonna give you the title for 3 years. Is that cool?
Listen, man, the way I see it. I mean, the reason why I believe this is because this is just kind of how the Mets do business. It just never makes any fucking sense to me. I'm sorry. But, I mean, if this is the truth, and maybe it is, and there's a lot of people that are out there that are a lot smarter than me, that know a lot more about this than me, and one of those people, please explain it to me, because I'm confused. And, just let me know.
Absolutely no sense, dude. If that's the case, then, man, that's shady business. That's what that sounds like. Like, that just does not sound right at all.
J-Lo better be shaking her ass on stage to try to make up that difference.
Listen.
Maybe they're taking out a page out of the Bernie Madoff book, trying to make some money back. They got humped in that, man. They got humped bad in that. The Wilpons took a bath.
Yeah, they did. And a lot of other people out that way, which is crazy. But one thing that's not a rumor, this past week, actually, we saw a headline flash across many different phones and TV that Rob Gronkowski is on his way to Tampa Bay to play with Tom Brady, baby. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I'm actually
that stands.
The thing about
nothing changes with that for me.
That still stands.
Yeah, nothing changes.
The thing about it, though, is I'm not super excited. I just thought it was pretty cool, pretty funny news to come out this week. Rob Gronkowski did not look that great his last 2 years of playing with New England. He was a serviceable tight end. He caught some passes. He threw some blocks, but he couldn't really stay on the field. He was injury prone. He kept injuring himself. So I don't know how good this would be as far as championship aspirations, but I think it's definitely an upgrade. And you add that to their roster. I mean, this can be lights out for Tampa Bay. You just never know.
So why did he take the year off? Was he just for healing purposes then? Because this makes no sense to me.
He didn't want to play in New England anymore.
Oh.
There's a reason why I didn't want to play in New England that I believe is not being reported, but that's just a personal opinion that I have.
I think you might be the same wavelength with that. Let's talk about it a little bit, Mike. So I'll let you go because you brought it up. I think we might be the same wavelength with that. What you think?
I think that if Rob Gronkowski played for any other team other than the New England Patriots for the time that he was in the National Football League, he probably would not have finished his career as a National Football League player. He probably would have been suspended and no team would have touched him. Why? Because Rob Gronkowski has one of the biggest personalities in the NFL. He was the star. He was on Dancing with the Stars. He had the Gronk cruise. He had the fucking, what was it? The Tide Pod commercial, the nationwide commercial. This guy was out there. He was a partier. He knew how to go. He knew how to do his thing. New England is a team that will keep a very close eye on that, and their PR team will be all over you, telling you what you can and can't do and how he was able to survive that. Okay. If he doesn't have New England and Bill Belichick behind him controlling what he's doing outside the field, that man's career is garbage.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
Yeah.
That said,
garbage. I think he probably would have turned it bad. I mean, I wouldn't say
it would have been Jeremy Shockey. That's what it would have been.
Ooh.
So that said, we talked about who was the coach on Tampa Bay 2 weeks ago. Did anybody find out yet? Because I still don't know. And I don't think they're going to be able to contain that. I don't. I think it's going to be a goddamn circus down there.
The guy who used to coach for Arizona is Arians.
Bruce
Arians. Yeah, I just don't see it. I don't see it happening. I mean, maybe. I don't know. Bruce Arians was a good coach once, but that was a long time ago. So we'll see.
Yeah, I agree with you, man. I think it had more to do with their straight lace demeanor as an organization. And he likes to party. He likes to get busy. And New England's not having that, which is why they can take certain personalities and say, yeah, we'll take them because we know what to do with them type of players. And so I think that had a lot to do with him not wanting to go back that last year. Especially, I think when they had lost in the Super Bowl, he went out partying and it was like, what the heck are you doing?
So I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah. They're like the Yankees, man. They're really straightforward, straight laced kind of people, business. And I don't think Rob, and this is just my opinion, I don't think Rob wanted that anymore. I think he was tired of it, and that's why he didn't want to go back. Yep.
Yeah, I don't disagree with I don't think he was happy there. I think
good thoughts.
He didn't like have a leash on him. Yeah. Yeah. Wells, you got anything to say about that, or?
I don't think. I agree with that. I think that there was a lot more going on there. Obviously, we don't know what it is, but I don't see him flourishing or getting back to his old self in Tampa Bay. I don't see that happening at all.
Mm-hmm. I mean, he did take a year off, so I mean that could help if he had body image. That's the only thing that I saw is maybe a glimmer of hope, but who knows, man?
Yeah, but he was training to be a wrestler, wasn't he?
Yeah, but I think he had stopped that too.
He's out.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
No. What I'm saying is he was training. Is anybody a wrestling? Ian, you're a wrestling fan, aren't you?
I'm not a big wrestling fan, but I pay attention to it.
Well, I mean, training for wrestling is not easy. I mean, it's so if you're talking about taking a year off to heal, I mean, I'm not gonna buy that. I think there was a distinct direction that he was taking away from football.
Yeah, I don't know if the plan for him was to be a wrestler, maybe an on-camera personality. Like I don't think the full thing was with him.
Yeah,
I don't think he was really training to be a wrestler. I don't believe that at all. I don't think he even started that at all. Honestly, okay. I think I was just taught just something to keep his name out there for people to grasp onto it, because people have been talking about him in football since he retired.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I think that's what I was about. I don't think he started training on wrestling at all, honestly.
Yeah,
and I don't see him flourishing coming back. But like y'all said, anything can happen, but I don't believe it. I'll believe it when I see it.
Yeah, I'm with you. It's kind of like what happened with Megatron, man. So when we lost Calvin to retirement, the fans knew exactly what that was about. That was because we're not winners, and the organization sucks top to bottom. And he felt like his body was breaking down. He wanted to be able to play with his kids one day, and he decided that it'd be better if he just take a step back and still maintain some of his health in some way. And he got out of it, and we still own the rights to his contract. The only way, and he had to give some money back. So the only way that Calvin can come back to the league is if he comes here first and then gets traded, kind of like what Rob Gronkowski did, man. But it sucks because you want a player of those type of players to have great careers, right? Or Rob Gronkowski had a good career in New England. I mean, he was saved by a lot because of that organization. But when I think back on Calvin Johnson, man, it sucks, man. Barry, it sucks. But I'm not even about to dog my team again this week because I can go on and on and on and on about that bull crap.
Well, good, because I was about to take a swipe too.
Hey, whatever,
I'll
man.
say one last thing
Go ahead.
on Gronkowski, man. I think he's just a safety net as of right now. I think they're bringing him on just for Tom Brady to have a safety net, a go-to, something to make him feel comfortable in starting, his new career with Tampa Bay. So,
I mean, but you got a lot of weapons out there
all
already. So
about
you're right. I think that was the additional piece. I mean, you got Mike Evans out there who looked like trash last year.
Maybe Jameis Winston can catch.
Jameis not even on the team no more, buddy.
Did he just sign with somebody? Did he sign with somebody with the Saints?
Probably,
yeah.
Saints, yeah, 1 year contract with the Saints,
right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We know what that's about.
Yeah.
Anyone that don't know what that's about don't know shit about football. I'll tell you right now.
Explain it to me. I'm an idiot.
What's that?
What is it about?
Well, you hire the leader of the team that you're most worried about in the division the next year to get the whole fucking plan. He's got the plan better than the quarterback.
The secrets. He knows how the team operates.
Yeah, Sean Payton ain't stupid.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's that.
You got a good point, man. You got a good point. Well, guys, we're just going to run through a couple of things on music real quick. It's not really music heavy this week, but I wanted to highlight a couple albums that I was listening to this week. But there's some music news that I know hits home for Jason. This is one of his favorite artists. And shout out to New York Mike as well for digging a little deeper on that article and finding some stuff out about Scarface. But it looks like he has revealed that his lungs have collapsed. And that he's dealing with some health issues. He also has lung cancer as well. So, shout out to his family, wishing them the best. When you smoke and smoke that amount for those many years, cancer is almost inevitable when it comes down to dealing with that. But if he can get a recovery and he can turn his ways around, man, I hope he has a speedy recovery. It doesn't look good for Scarface though, unfortunately. But his music, dope music. What did you think about Scarface this week when you saw that, Jason?
Dude, it took a step back because of everything that kind of dealing with me right now. It kind of hit a little too close to home, and just seeing all these people getting sick from all this stuff, and then watching his video, talking to Willie D and stuff like that. Yeah, a lot of people don't know who he is. They were on the '80s rap group, the Ghetto Boys. So, I mean, I've been listening to them for years. So, but it's just watching him sitting there talking about it, him explaining the situation about how he felt when he was in the hospital and everything else, and what he was dealing with and everything. Just like, dude, I'm anywhere near that. I don't even want to even think about even going close to what they're dealing with right now. And I feel for anybody that has to deal with any of that.
Yeah, man. Definitely praying for his family. It's a tough situation. What you got, Wells? Anything on that?
Scarface?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, man. It's definitely sad news. I was shocked when I heard it and read it. I didn't even know he had a cancer issue. I didn't know that was a problem. I didn't know he was had lung cancer. That's pretty crazy.
I remember hearing something about sick years ago, but then when Mike said something, it kind of clicked. I was like, oh, shit, cancer, that's right.
Yeah, I didn't even know that, but he lost a lot of weight. He looked sick. Like, if you've seen him, like, recently, he looked sick.
Yeah, chemo will do that to you.
He looked bad, so.
Yeah.
So I wish him well, man, and I hope he gets better, and, it's tough. It's definitely a tough thing to go through, so I'm praying for his family and him, and I hope he gets better.
Yeah, man.
No doubt.
I agree. Anybody got any music they want to highlight this week before we move on?
Just one quick thing from me with everything kind of going on with everything with all of this. I've been actually listening to a lot of these artists do covers of other artists, like MGK doing covers of like Rihanna, like stuff like that. I mean, dude, like all these different people are doing different covers just to keep people busy. And then another thing you guys should check out on YouTube is John Krasinski. He actually does a show on there called Some Good News. Actually, go on there and check it out.
Okay, yeah.
It's pretty cool. I mean, dude, like last week he went and did what was it? There because all these kids couldn't have a prom, so he went and contacted all these different kids, and then basically got videos of all these kids together, did this giant prom, and had like, dude, you had like the Jonas Brothers, like Billie Eilish, stuff like that, all singing to all these kids, so they got to dance with their parents and stuff like that. So it was awesome. Yeah, go watch that video. It was pretty good. It was honestly that's another thing that's keeping me kind of sane, kind of watching his videos, dude. Like he had people from the space station talking to him and everything. Like it's pretty wild.
What's the name of it again, Lowry?
It's called Some Good News. What I can do is I'll put a link in our description of the channel you can go to. Go check it out. He posts like something like every couple of days or something like that. Dude's chilling. Like he was sitting there like a suit from the waist up and the waist down. He was in shorts. Like, he was like calling up different people. Dude, it's just like what we do, just chill, so check it out. Definitely.
Yep. Yeah, man. New York Mike, what you got?
Yeah, if that's what we've been listening to, I've been listening to a lot of that guy from, the other day I talked about Family Jewels. He's got so many other covers, speaking of covers. But something else that I was listening to, it's one of my kid loves this person too. Her name's Lindsay Sterling. And she's, I feel like she's not very mainstream because of what she is. She calls herself a hip hop violinist and
dubstep violinist, yeah.
Yeah, and it's the stuff that she does is amazing. Like I found her because I was looking up video game music, shocker. And I found a Zelda medley, and it was her. And in her video, she's dressed up like Link, and she's going through the woods, she's riding a horse, and and I'm like, wow, this is kind of good. There's no singing; it's mostly instrumental because she's a violinist. But she's moving, she's dancing, she's moving around. Like, I've never seen anybody play a fucking violin, and like she could probably do a headstand and do it. It's pretty amazing. Real quick, two other things if you want to check out her Roundtable Rival video. Yes. That's probably my favorite song of hers is Roundtable Rival. And my second favorite is probably Master of Tides because of the music along with the video, how they shot the video. They had some sort of collaboration with Boom Speakers, and if you watch the video, it'll give a little tidbit at the beginning, and they do it flash mob style. And there's a Bellagio style fountain behind him. The water jets are going up. They got a big screen behind. You see like a kraken floating around. It's pretty freaking cool, man. I gotta say.
Yeah,
that's who's a contestant on.
Well, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead, Wolf.
No, I was just to add to that. I've been following her for a lot of years. She's great. Yeah, I agree with you. I went to see her show a couple of years ago. Nice small venue. It was a high energy show. Lots of dancing, flipping. So much was going on. Probably one of the best shows I've ever been to in my life. So if she ever comes your way, Mike, I highly recommend checking that out. I think you'll enjoy it.
Yeah, I will. I will definitely. What were you gonna say, Ian?
Does she do like a lot? Like I know she was on America's. She was a contestant on America's Got Talent, I believe, right?
Yes, sir.
Like, does she obviously she's a violinist, so she does a lot of. You think she puts on a good show and concerts? Wolf, you said have you seen her in concert or anything like that? Does she put on a good show?
Yeah, like I said, I saw her live here in Pittsburgh probably 3 years ago or so. Worth it. Worth every penny. It was an amazing show. Just can't say anything about it.
If you're interested in seeing some of the live stuff, those videos are online too, and you can see the performance and the dance choreography that goes along with it. It's really a nice, when it all comes together, it's a really nice package, so to speak.
Yeah, Mike, if you give me the link and then. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, damn, man.
I said, give me the link and I'll post it in the description when we go to do it this week. Make sure just to remind me.
No problem, man.
What were we saying?
Even the
I was just gonna say the thing I found out was funny about her, like we was talking in our group chat, was that's like she was a Mormon and she's doing like hip hop music. I'm like, wow, this is pretty interesting. Like that was kind of pretty interesting to me.
Well, there's no words, so
yeah.
I mean, it's all beats, you know.
There's no words. You're right.
Yeah. They talk about that on the America's. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. I was just saying that's pretty cool.
Yeah, they talk about that on the America's Got Talent segment. If you see that, you can actually look that segment up. She got booed off the stage. She lost.
What?
And then nobody signed her. Oh yeah, nobody signed her, and she went out and she did her own thing. And I think Roundtable Rival had like 100 million views like 3 or 4 years ago. So, oops.
Don't always pick the winner.
Yeah. Got that right. Well, there was a lot of reveals this week, man, in the world of toys. A lot of stuff to get us nerds excited about our plastic crack and the stuff that's coming down the pipeline. But before we get into like the super good news, let's start on a low note and see if we can take it higher from there. It looks like because of the coronavirus, a lot of retailers have been hit with higher shipping costs because of this virus. So shipping has changed for a lot of companies. A lot of people are going away from just your standard post office shipping and moving over to like DHL and FedEx for air shipments and for ground shipments, which means we're going to start seeing some of that cost hit our own pockets, guys. So be prepared for it because it's coming. If you haven't already started experiencing it now at this point.
I'm definitely starting to notice a difference because I ordered something from overseas from Terry and like I already got hit with like shipping costs. And then you notice like everything with like fans toy stuff like that, the whole debacle, like, you know, them increasing and limiting their figures and stuff like that. I think that this whole coronavirus thing is affecting not just the shipping, but manufacturing and everything across the board right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. Well, speaking of fans toys, while we're there, let's talk about two of the biggest pre-orders that have dropped. People have been looking forward to these two figures specifically for a while. If you don't have a Beachcomber from X Transbots, Fans Toys has one coming. It looks like it may release this coming June or so, tentatively. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but I know it's coming before the big one, which seems to be right around TFCon for the past 3 years or so, or if not more. We've been getting a release that kind of coincides with TFCon, whether it's a week before or like during the time TFCon hits. So Thomas is going to be coming out, which is their Astro Train, which a lot of people have been looking forward to, me especially. So let's go around, man. Who's in?
Beachcomber is August, just August. FYI, and then October for Astro Train or Thomas, whatever we're calling them.
Yeah, and these are estimated dates. This can change at any point, but typically the October release is what it is.
Usually when they turn around, like say like October or something like that, I just think of whatever that quarter that's in. Like, okay, it'll get released sometime that quarter.
Yeah. That's a way to think of it.
That's what I do with all of them because you never know, especially with everything going on right now. Stuff's going to get pushed back. So,
yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and Fans Toys notoriously pushes things back. I mean, you know, they'll put release dates out. I don't think I've ever seen them live up to an actual release date. You know, maybe a couple of times, but the original date that they said, I mean, usually it'll get pushed back halfway through the waiting period, and it might be right at that point. But
that's pretty standard for most third party, though. Wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
Agreed. That's fair.
Yeah, I think Fans Toys better judgment when it comes down to their reissues. So their reissues are typically spot on, but the other stuff, not so much. And why is that? I know the Galvatron and King, when they said they were releasing in December and January, they came out December and January.
I mean, I think the easy answer is that it's done. There's no engineering. There's no retooling. There's no this screw's too long for that. I mean, we already got the formula, guys. Just put it into the machine and paint it a different color, and we're good.
Yeah,
that's a great point. Larry, did we get links to those up or not? We have pictures of those.
Let's see here.
That Astro Train looks sick. I've been looking forward to a G1 cartoon accurate Astro Train since that Sugar, I think it was, from DX9 came out.
Yeah.
Sugar. That thing looks sick. So much so that I'm looking for more than one. I want one for every mode. I think that Fans Toys has nailed every look for this one. And normally one mode suffers with these triple changers, but wow. I mean, it's amazing.
So how many of these are you getting, E?
I'm gonna try to get 3. I think I'm gonna get 3.
Wow.
I'd like to just get one.
You got one in top mode and two off mode.
Yeah, that's something to talk about. Too.
That's something. That's a whole display case by itself, bro.
Yeah. I normally don't like. Well, I do get one for each mode, but with triple changers, I've just been getting, one of each. Just like 2 rather. But this, man, it looks so good.
Must be nice. How much money you make, bro?
Technically, you need to get 4 because they show you kind of the toy and the toon version.
Oh no, I'm a toon guy, man.
Just saying.
Big fan here.
I'm good. Just toon only, baby. But I mean, like when I pre-order, there's some places I got to pay up front, so those will be paid right there, and it gives me time to save for the rest. I mean, it comes out in October, so that gives me a little time.
I think I'm in on the Thomas, but I think I'm going to pass on Dune Rider. I think I'm going to pass on him because I have the X Transbot one, and I'm completely in love with it, and I don't feel like I need to. Peach Coma, I don't feel like I need to change him there.
Yeah, Mike. What about you, buddy?
I mean, if it's Fans Toys, I'm in for at least 2 generally. I think it was, I mean, Fans Toys is Fans Toys. There's always going to be the same answer with me. I'm in until, if you screw me 2-3 times, at a 4 or 5, then I'm going to start rethinking automatically pre-ordering everything that you got. But that hasn't happened. I don't think it ever will. I think it's interesting what you said. Usually a mode suffers in a triple changer. And I'm not going to say you're wrong, but I want to just say Springer. I don't really think there was a overly weak mode there.
It was
so maybe we can just say that usually one will suffer with these other companies, but I think Fans Toys has got it figured out.
Well, for me,
Springer was successful. Springer was successful. That was definitely a successful one there. So I agree with you on that.
It had the look. It had the look. Don't get me wrong. It had the look, but it was a lot longer than I anticipated it. It was almost like stretch limo long.
How often you said that in your lifetime?
The card mode was long to me, and I thought it would have been a little shorter. I would like to see it just a little shorter, but I mean that's the only reason. If that's the only nitpick that I can make about that, it's still a great figure. So,
yeah, I mean, it's I don't know. I thought it was pretty true to the car design. I think it was just kind of a weird car design that was kind of like a futuristic looking.
That's a fair point. A space car.
Yeah, and the other thing about the triple changer, going back to the commitment. Yeah, going back to the commitment for the triple changer, if they weren't committed to giving us perfect molds and everyone, I feel like we'd have gotten that Blitzwing like 3 years ago.
Yeah, I agree. That's a great point, man.
3 years ago was right. That's the thing about Fans Toys. Like, come on, man, we've been waiting for this for like 5 years. And was it Fan Toys Berserker? That thing has been rumored for like 5 years now.
They're right. They're getting it right though. They're getting it right. They obviously got it. They want to sell it to us.
We're getting that sound wave after all these years. We're going to get the remaining 3 that they've teased and not given us follow-up. It's going to happen.
We're going to
believe it.
When I'm like too old to collect Transformers anymore? Like, come on.
Probably.
Yes.
Well, if it takes you to about 90 or 100 years old, man, I'm gonna put one in your casket with you, bro. You're gonna go down with that.
Just leave all your stuff to me. I'll continue to collect in your name. I got you.
Remember you in his will.
I don't know, man. I already told my wife who to contact in case I pass away.
The E. Wells Memorial Detox.
Yeah. Last case.
Remember you said that. That's been documented now.
Yeah, man. Fair enough. Well, there's something that I've been anticipating, man, for a minute. Since I've seen it was it at Toy Fair? Where they or it may have been Wonderfest where they showed this, but Mafex Magneto. Man, this thing.
Oh man, that thing looks beautiful.
Hey. Oh my God, I gotta have it, bro.
Here we go.
I don't do the I haven't bought a Mafex yet, but I think this may be my first one. This thing looks great, man. And it comes with the cape too, and I was like, wow, this
it's a cloth cape
beautiful.
Too.
Yep, it's gonna have some.
Yeah, that's what got me is the cloth cape, and with the wiring in it too. I'm like, oh.
I'm shocked that they switched designs from like the Jim Lee look to oh crap, what is this one?
This is
someone
from
remind me.
Or Age of Apocalypse.
Age of Apocalypse.
Oh, all right, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, it's the Age of Apocalypse. Yeah.
I was actually shocked they kind of switched midstream on that. So
because you got the Wolverine and the Cyclops is definitely Jim Lee. I mean, this one wasn't a Jim Lee design?
I don't believe so because I remember Josh. We were talking, I think, to Josh about it, and he was saying something about that. It's just a different design. And for anybody that's one of our fact checkers, let us know. I mean, if we're wrong, so be it. But like, just God, that looks good.
That. It's got the darked out face, so you can just see his eyes. Man, I can't wait.
Man,
I wonder if the ponytails are removed.
Maybe my first one.
They're not. They look like they're molded in, man. Right.
Do it.
Yeah, I don't think they're removable.
Like the.
I mean, it could be. Who knows? But.
I kind of almost want to like. Oh, there we go. Well, wait a minute. This shows a mask without.
They do have one without.
Yeah, they have a
regular mask. So where you can actually just slide it on. So if you go, I don't know if this one has it, but I looked at a couple other pictures. It does come with like the 3 head sculpts.
Yeah.
So the hair probably is removable.
Knowing me, I'll probably just cut the hair off of one of them.
Right?
Huh?
I think it's 3 head sculpts and the helmet. No, or am I bugging?
There was 2 helmeted head sculpts. One with but that one doesn't have the helmet separate, so he might be able to hold it in his hands. So you might.
I don't know if that one goes on his head. Like I don't know if that can fit on. Is what I'm saying. Slide on.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't see that one out there, but I can't wait. And I've already pre-ordered that one through Amazon JP. So.
But to answer your question, I don't think that's a Jim Lee design because I just Googled images.
It doesn't look like.
Yeah, I don't think it is. No.
Nice.
Pretty sure somebody
we got one right, guys. We got one right.
Golf clap.
Yay!
You got a round of applause there, New York Mike.
Round of applause.
Got you covered, man.
Nice.
See that coming out, man. That like what you just said. I'm not trying to shit on anybody's Cheerios here, but like that's the biggest reason. Like you just said, like Lowry brought the best point. I can't believe they switched designs halfway through.
Yeah.
That's why I can't bring myself to spend $100 a figure on your shit. You're not even going to give me a line. You're going to change it halfway through. I mean, give me the $20 Marvel Legend all day long. If you screwed the design up, that's fine. I'm going to get the right design in, 3 or 4 waves. You're going to figure it out, and at the rate that those Mafex things are coming out, what are you guys getting? You guys getting like 10, 12 a year tops?
Oh, I don't know. I'm only in for the X-Men.
It's probably more than that.
Yeah, from the completion standpoint, I can't do it, man.
The only thing though about this Magneto, and I get if people don't like this design because of the ponytails and cool, but the only difference in this design and the Jim Lee design is the ponytails and the long hair. That's it. That Magneto looks like it's straight out the 90s comic if you take the ponytails out.
I thought the belt and stuff like that was different. Like
was the
belt and the color of the rivets up top.
See, I didn't know the difference. It looks like it looked like it'll fit for me, but
no, I think it looks like the same. And
I'm not a design expert. I'm not going to compare the 2 designs. All I'm saying is that if you're looking for a specific aesthetic and they decide to go down that route, regardless of what that aesthetic is, you're fucked.
Yeah. You got to.
All right, here's a picture of the Jim Lee one. It's a little different. The cape is purple.
More purple, yeah.
Yeah.
And then go back to
about the same.
Here, let me get the other link. Sorry, I just switched.
It's all good, man. We were moving on anyway. It's not your fault.
No, I was just kind of curious. Oh, come on.
Yeah, sorry, I'm causing trouble.
The hair.
Oh no, you're good. Yeah, I mean it'll fit. I think for Yeah, the belts look the
Yeah,
same.
so his cape is this a red cape?
Not the rivets.
Yeah, the cape is red. It's not
the
purple.
red cape.
The
yeah,
belt
cape
looks
would be purple,
different.
right?
Oh, the belt does look different.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it doesn't have the rivets and things in it.
Oh,
Other
okay.
than that,
I got
it's
you.
pretty much the same.
Yeah, so it doesn't, and the rivets up top here aren't silver. So, I mean,
Yeah.
for the most part, it looks about the same.
Yeah,
Just some
if
color
you wanna break it
differences,
down,
the cape.
I get your point, guys. I mean, it makes sense. Yeah, you're right, Mike. I mean, if you
looks
want
good though.
that particular
Yeah.
figure, I mean, yeah, you're right. It is for them to switch it up. It can definitely mess with you, no doubt. But one thing that I can say that is coming that looks pretty dope, that looks like it's right off the screen, is that new Loki from SH Figure Arts. Did you guys see that?
I did. Are you in on that?
Yeah.
I am in 100%, dude. I gotta have the villains. I just secured. Shout out to my man Lowry for hooking me up with my man with the Ultron. So I'm getting that. That's on his way, and this will be the last villain I'll need. That's it. I got Thanos
Nice.
already, Ultron, and then that new Loki looks sick. I mean, it comes with the different head sculpts, comes with the horn helmet.
Yeah.
It has 2 stabs. It has the Tesseract. Comes with also the handcuffs from where Thor grabbed him at the end of the movie. I mean, it's sick, man. And they teased this one for a while. Like they showed this one with the Winter Soldier from the Captain America Winter Soldier, and also with the Nick Fury, and they never brought him out. So this one here, I mean, it looks sick, dude.
His coat is cloth goods.
It is.
It's cloth too? Oh, nice.
Look, you can see here. This is all cloth. Back here is cloth, and
That
even
looks
look
so
like
good.
right here is too.
Good, man, because they kind of messed up the Thor from the Avengers movie, and also Scarlet Witch's like coat. I mean, it was too stiff for certain things, but it looks sick.
Now, I'm a big fan of head sculpts, and I feel like this head sculpt is really good, man. Like I just love how they do so well with the head sculpts. It's crazy.
It's that digital printing. It looks like it comes with
real.
2 different staffs,
So real, yo.
a couple different heads. Oh, here we go.
Yeah, it comes with the short staff and a long staff. There you go.
Yeah, the handcuffs.
And
That's
the head.
really dope.
He also
that's
put
right.
a face mask on the face, or the muzzle rather.
I didn't see
So that's
that.
going to be a different face. Yeah, I saw it on a different site. So when there it is with the handcuffs, he has the muzzle on his mouth.
You pre-ordered this already?
Yeah, we
I
both
did.
did.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Andy over there at Toyco.
Yeah, man. In fact, he just dropped today that that Bluefin's going to bring it in, so it dropped like $20 or something like that. So.
Yeah, $90 shipped, I think, and it was $115 for the Japanese exclusive. And I was like, I don't know if they're gonna bring it to the US, so I need to go ahead and secure one now. And now he's like, oh no, you can wait. We're gonna.
Well, you know what the difference between the US and the Japanese version, right?
The brown box shipper, right? And the box is different on the back.
The US, they usually give those extra accessories like the blast effects and all that other stuff too.
Oh, nice.
So anyway.
Nice. Well, moving right along. For our Hot Toys collectors out there, it looks like there is a new Hot Toys Avengers Endgame Captain Marvel coming out. Looks like Captain Marvel with the AKA Karen haircut, as some people have dubbed it. But she comes with the Infinity Gauntlet, the one from Tony Stark design there. So this one looks good. I'm not a Hot Toys fan myself when it comes down to like the quote unquote Dow characters. I like the diecast stuff. But this looks good. They did a really good job here.
No, I'm with you. One thing I wish, this is just me, Hot Toys would maybe provide different varieties of faces. Like give me an angry face, screaming face, or whatever.
Look like her. Jeez.
I agree. You made all that money. Like, give me some more face sculpts, man.
Give me some more facial expressions. Other than that, this thing is just aces.
And it seems like you only get that with their Iron Man characters. So like the Iron Man and the War Machine characters will come with like different heads. But other than that, you get what you get.
Now is this soft hair or what?
Didn't it?
No, I think that's sculpted in there.
Yeah, that's sculpted.
What were you saying?
I think so, yeah.
But their Anakin, I think, from episode 3 came with different head sculpts, I think. But that's typically like a deluxe. Oh my God.
Dude, look at that.
That's the shot right there. Look at that.
That's a great shot. Yep. That's the money shot, boy.
Mhm.
Jesus Christ.
I don't collect toys. Like, I'm going to have a figure arts version of this, but I'm not going to do Hot Toys.
Yeah, man.
Figure arts, definitely.
I'm looking at that one there. You're looking at what, $2,000, $3,000 right there alone?
Yeah, that's
more than that.
Alone, more than that. That's like $5,000, man.
You're probably looking like at least 4 for all those.
Jesus, my wallet is screaming right now just looking at this thing.
And I'll get away with for the price of 3 of those. I'll have all of those in figure arts.
Facts.
Man, but they do look good though. That's some money shot, boy.
Wow, that's sick. Shout out to Hot Toys, man. Wow.
Man.
That rescue looks sick. I do like the way that rescue looks. I can't get the figure arts one, but that
it does. So that's good.
The only one that looks fake out of all of these is her back here.
Yeah, Scarlet Witch.
Scarlet Witch. Like, she just looks like all their faces look dead on. Hers, it's like her hair's fake, or you could tell she looks like a doll.
Now they went with regular real hair.
The real hair for this just doesn't do it. I don't think. I think that gives that fakeness you're talking about. That's just my opinion, though.
Yeah, man.
I think they did real hair on Gamora's and everything else, but yeah,
that's a good topic for a battle scene. Scarlet Witch against Captain Marvel. Who you think will win? We'll talk about that another time.
I know who I'm rooting for.
Yeah,
that's a good conversation.
All right, let's add that to the topics right now.
Who was that again? Who versus who?
Captain Marvel versus Scarlet Witch.
Marvel, Scarlet Witch.
Ooh, we should go live on that one time to do that, just to get people's interactions with that.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Be a hell of a fight.
That would be. Absolutely.
Like it. Yeah. I like it, man. Wells, I know you got to get up out of here, man. Thanks for spending time with us.
Yeah,
I know you
sorry, I got to run out.
You're dealing with, man. So thank you, man. And we'll see you on the next one.
Catch you later, brother.
Love you guys. Peace
out.
You
too, bro.
Love y'all, man.
Hit us up if you need anything.
Good. Will do.
So shout out to Cody Smith from the ROC. He posted this in one of the chats. Entertainment Earth has the Heavy Infantry Mandalorian figure up for pre-order, the Black Series version, and it is scheduled to drop in 2020 July of this year. So if you guys did miss that time, it's a Best Buy exclusive. If you missed out on it, you can pre-order now through Entertainment Earth, and they do have it up there, and it looks like it's $30, $29.99. Anybody ever bought from Entertainment Earth before?
Yeah, I have.
I have the first wave of Thundercats on with them. That'll be my first thing.
Okay, gotcha. How's their shipping, Lowry?
Just as fast right now with everything going on, probably just as fast as everybody else.
Okay, cool.
It seems like everybody's shipping has kind of been hit or miss lately. So
it looks good, man.
I wish I collected these.
Yeah,
I might pick it up.
After today. I just need one Mandalorian and the child, and I'm going with the figure arts for those.
Yeah, same here.
Oh, Mike, you don't seem happy. What's up?
Oh, it's not that I'm not happy. It's just that, like, I can't do what you said. I mean, I think we all know that by now about me. It's not just 1 or 2 for me, and this thing looks too goddamn good. And this is something that I've been really, really wrestling with, and I just keep on telling myself I can't afford to do Black Series. I just can't.
Yeah, that is.
I would love all the Mandalorian stuff. Maybe just do Mandalorian, but I don't know if I can. I don't know if I can do that, man. That Dooku that's coming out and the fucking oh my god, they look so good. Yeah. And this is tempting, man. The whole wave's available. It's available on BBTS also. It's been up for pre-order for a while, and I've been staring at it for a couple of weeks now.
I mean, that's where I'm at with too, Mike. I'm looking at this again. It looks great, but I don't know if you ever feel that like you're down too many holes.
Yeah. Yep. And that's where I'm at.
And that's where I'm at with this. Like, oh, it looks so good, but man, like, there's so much other stuff out there. I feel like I'm spreading myself thin.
I was waiting for a joke there to pop up when Wolf said that. But
what's that?
I said I was waiting for a joke to pop up when Wolf said that. So, going down too many holes.
Oh, I'm
Matter
a
with you.
completionist when it comes down to, well, I guess the MCU figure arts Avenger line only, and my Transformers, but everything else, I mean, I'll pick up a piece of something here. So I get it, man. Like when it comes down to Transformers, if there's a toon look, I gotta have them all. That was my favorite cartoon growing up. That meant the most to my childhood coming up, and it's something I could not afford as a kid. Now that I'm older, like it's like cool, I can get them now, and now I'll finally have a collection that I couldn't get. So I feel your pain, Mike. I do, and you got to be careful going down rabbit holes nowadays because it seems like stuff is coming out rapidly.
Yeah.
Very
Marvel
bad.
Legends collectors know all about that, man.
Speaking of animals and rabbit holes and everything else, dude, check out the
oh God, I didn't
Generation
like where that was
Toys.
going for a second.
He thought he was gonna pull up his browser history.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
you don't want to see that.
Nope.
No, what's that? No, but this is what is it? Optimus Primal version from Generation Toys.
Yeah,
The,
White Ape or something like that.
yeah, dude, it's a good figure. Like there's like some die cast on it. There's some plastic. I mean, it's a good, fun transformation.
Yeah, I've heard nothing but good things about the original version of this. And when I saw that white one, it's almost like Ultra Magnus, how they've been doing, you know, Prime for his regular colors and then Ultra Magnus white.
That's a good point.
It looks
Look
good.
at that.
Yeah.
It's definitely
G
cool
Creations,
looking.
right?
Yes, G Creations for sure.
This is Generation Toys.
Oh, is it
Generation Toy?
Yeah.
Okay. I thought they were. Are they the same company? They're not. Oh, is it Warbitron that became Generation Toy?
Yeah, Warbitron and everything. Generation
Transformation.
Toys and Transformation.
Okay.
They're all subsidiaries somehow. So.
Kind of like Keith and KFC and X-Trans West.
Yeah.
It looks sick. I like it. It's not for me. I don't collect Beast Wars, but if I wanted like a one-off obscure thing, the White Ape would probably be the way I would go. Again, I've heard nothing but great things about the character. I know it comes with 2 swords, it comes with some cannons, and it's a big, beefy figure. I think it'll have some good shelf presence.
Yeah, it looks good in bot mode.
Yeah, it does look good in bot mode.
Yeah,
definitely looks good in bot mode.
God, look at that. He looks like vicious right there, dude.
Yeah, that's a big boy. I wonder how tall it is.
It's about the same same size as like MP10 basically.
Oh wow, he's huge.
Yeah, he's big.
Big boy.
Yeah.
And shout out to Dime Shock for putting this on his website. That's where we snagged the shots from this from.
Yep.
I mean, he puts a lot of stuff out, man. If you haven't been following his channel and you want some new Transformer information or figure information or some stuff that is coming down the pipeline, he typically gets it before a lot of other outlets. So go ahead and follow Dime Shock. He's a good dude. Met him last year at TFCon. Pretty cool, solid dude.
So speaking of continuing with Transformers, we got Vanilla Ice over here, the Jolly Rancher edition of the New Age. Dude, this one looks like Jolly Rancher on the right,
and that was like a bottle cap.
Like dude, he kind of looks like, remember like those little wax root beer bottles you used to get when you were a kid? That's what he looks like.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm good. I don't need this.
I'm good on those, to be honest. Like I had the original ones, so I'm good.
Yeah, man. Cool beans, man. I mean, for those who like that clear stuff, this is it. This is for you. It reminds me of when like Chris and Dust would always say, "Is it sticky?" Yeah, that looks sticky.
Dude, it's funny. They call it Vanilla Ice.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Is that really the name?
Yeah.
Supposedly, yeah.
God. They just keep pulling this stuff out of nowhere.
I mean, he looks good.
The best thing in the world.
He just looks like they melted Jolly Ranchers down and kind of made a figure.
Yeah.
We should make that into a game, guys. We should play a third-party naming game. We'll make we'll do teams and we'll have questions. It'll be some work to draw it all out.
We should do that.
But we should
Saturday
definitely
night.
do that.
I like that.
Saturday
I like
nights.
that.
Let's put that together, Mike.
You're right.
Look at Mike. You're always thinking over there. Always thinking. I like it.
Yeah, and I'm the dumb one. Figure that out.
Well, speaking of milking the mold, man, Toy World also have put up for pre-order another constructor, and this one is cell shaded, but it looks like it is homage to the Transformer Devastation game. And there's 2 versions of it. So you can get the standard one that's going to come with all of the 6 bots and all the accessories that come with that. But then there's also a deluxe or limited edition one that's going to come with a Whiskey Jack, which is their Legends scale cell shaded version of Will Jack. And it looks good. I can't front, man. This thing looks dope. It's not for me. It's not what I collect. But it does look good. And the fact that they're giving you a Legends, well, they're not giving you anything, but you can get the Legends figure with it and kind of recreate that scale. Thought it was pretty cool. So for an extra, I think it's like $30 or something. You can get the Whiskey Jack figure.
Yeah,
cool.
I'm trying to find it.
14 version of this?
Oh,
what number are we up to?
On that, dude. I mean, at this point,
at least 13.
New stuff, and I'm tired of people milking molds. But I don't think there's anybody worse than Toy World at this point.
I got to ask a question. Has anybody gotten one of the molds that they've done in the last 5 or 6? I mean, that mold's got to be garbage by now.
I've got the perfect version, whatever that was. Not too.
What did you think? Did you have any trouble with anything? Did anything not seem to fit right? Was anything? I mean, because I'll tell you what, I got the original. It's tight as fuck to this day.
Mm-hmm.
The only issues I've had so far are with I forget which one it was. One of them in biceps were super tight. I'm talking scary. They're gonna fall off the mushroom peg tight.
Oh.
And that's why I got that shock oil Jason told me about. I'm gonna put it on there, see if it helps.
How is the fitment of your scrapper specifically?
What's that?
How is the fitment for your scrapper?
That was one with the main problem, wasn't it?
Oh no, that's fine. If you're talking about the knee connection, they fixed that with whatever version came next.
Okay.
I got the V2 box set, and that's when it was fixed.
Yeah. The only other issue my set has had is the Mixmaster. The knees, the legs don't lock in to the leg, like the knee area. So if I'm trying to bend the knee, the piece goes, not the knee.
It'll pop out.
You understand what I'm saying?
That might just be the design, though.
Yeah, I don't know. There's no locking point. I've watched videos, and it seems like everyone else can get that knee to bend, but I can't do it. The whole thing comes. I don't know. Other than that, it's a fine set. It's a fine set.
Okay.
Yeah, it looks good. It does look good, but you would think, I'm with you, Mike, by now they would have some type of mold degradation at this point, like something not fitting right. I mean, they've run that mold constantly. I mean, I guess they're probably doing the maintenance on those molds to make sure that they don't, because that is their moneymaker at this point.
They got to be. I mean, Takara let the MP11 mold go to complete shit. I mean, they did a lot of those though. I mean, plus the reissues of the actual figure.
Well, how many MP10 molds have they done? That's pretty
a shitload.
They've done what, like 8 different repaints of that mold or something like
Base
that?
And
at least
EVAs and
at least I would say more than that.
Atmos has some too, like the LeBrons.
I think they've done more than the Toy World, to be honest.
Yeah, they have. And if you count reissues also, like I mean reissues alone of those molds.
And then what Hasbro does with the mold too, that's gotten mileage.
Yeah, they had the Ghostbusters one. They had the fucking golden one.
7-Eleven.
Yeah.
Shattered glass rather.
Evangelion had theirs too.
Yeah, that was a lot.
It was crazy, man. But more power to them, man. For those who want them, go out and get them. They're out there. I'm just glad that somebody can actually. I remember when Constructor wasn't as easy to get, but now they're everywhere, so people don't have an excuse now. And I guess I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying I slept on it 12 times and I finally got one. So
yeah. Couple
13 times the charm.
Yeah.
Wolf, you posted this in the chat this week, and it looks like McFarlane has released images for their Wave 4 of their DC figures.
Some of them, yeah.
Yeah, and
tell us about it.
Batman heavy. So what you got there, Wolf?
The figures I've seen, these are very Batman metal. I don't know the complete story, but I think it's from that storyline. They're very Batman metal heavy. There's a Doomsday. There's a Green Lantern. Jay, you got any pics of that?
Oh man, I'm trying to pull it up.
I remember a Batman Green Lantern. There was a red Batman.
That was a Flash. I think it was a Flash, if I'm not mistaken.
It was Flash. Yep, that was it. There's 2 other ones too. There's something blue, and I can't remember. Is it the Batman that laughs or something like that?
That was Wave 1.
Okay,
the Joker version of that. Like I said, I don't know the fiction too well.
You said it was DC.
Yeah. Harlan.
I had it
up. I can find the Wave. wasn't on BBTS. Hang on. See if I can find it in the chat.
Yeah, I couldn't find it. I couldn't find it on when I was looking this week for news. I could not find it on BBTS or anything else. But there was somebody that had an image of it up, and
I'm trying to remember.
Yeah, I posted in the chat. I think I'm trying to find it too, because I know they just did the Wonder Woman 2. The 2 Wonder Woman figures are out.
Yeah, those are out at retail, right?
They're popping up in reviews. I know that for sure.
Yeah, I think EE Prime posted. He was at I think he was out grocery shopping, and he just took a quick gander over there, and I think he posted the Wonder Woman with the gold suit and the her original costume.
Yeah, that looks like Cher, dude, in that face.
It does. It does, and I can't unsee that now.
If I could turn back time.
That's a pretty good impression.
Sure is.
All right, look at you.
All right, I got it on Instagram.
It's on the gram. Just send me the link or whatever.
It's on the Realm page. Let me see if I can get it to you.
Around. There is so I was looking through Facebook, and you know how you see like ads and stuff through Facebook every now and then, and it's just this company called Building Toy Store that has like a third-party custom Iron Man iron book. It's like the Hall of Armor. Now I couldn't tell if it comes with lights, but it looks like it is a pretty serious build. Comes with about 2,600 pieces or something like that, and then 52 minifigs, and they're all Iron Man Hall of Armors. I thought that looked pretty sick too. You're typically the resident Lego guy, Mike. Did you see that, and do you know if it's like a third party set or anything like that, or are they using official Lego bricks and they just custom and putting these together?
Well, I can tell you that if the Lego stamp is not on it, they're not using official Lego brick. So that's definitely out.
Yeah.
As far as that goes, I think we've talked about this in the past. Most of those bricks and plates and elements are not patented. So, anybody can go ahead and use them. There's obviously restrictions that go along with that depending on the element. But this they look like it's pretty much generic bricks from what I can tell. What's the name of the company?
Building Toy Store.
Yeah, it's just another third-party company. Yeah. I've been coming across more and more of these lately, and they're out there. I just did a third-party set, and it wasn't bad. It wasn't great. It wasn't bad. It wasn't. I should say it wasn't perfect. Okay, it was good. It was a good set. Would I give this thing a shot if I were into it? Yeah, if I wanted a depiction of that, I'd give it a shot for sure.
Yeah.
It kind of looks like it's based off of the storybook line that Lego has. They have these sets that you build that it looks like a book, and you open it up and it's a pop-up book like when you were a kid. So there's a hinge in there, and as you open it up, this little scene pops up, and they're making different scenes for the inside depending on what the story was. I think there's 2 different ones in the one that I have, and they were talking about continuing it. I think it was an ideas set that got bought up by them. And it's a cool concept, man. It's cool shit.
And even the minifigures you got to put together yourselves too.
It looks like they have the nano armor there, the Mark 50, and you can put the pieces on it. That's pretty sick. I like it. And then I also found out they're doing a Kobe Bryant one. I didn't know it was that many jerseys that he had, but I guess 20 years in the league, you would have all his All-Star and his throwback jerseys and this, that, and the other. So this seems like to be a theme with them.
It looks like I'd be more concerned with Disney than I'd be from Lego from them. It looks like they're.
Shout out to Wolf for getting the pictures, and Roman Collectors for posting the pictures up. Antoine and all the guys over there. All of our buddies. They which Batman is this? What color is he?
That's a red one. That's the Flash. It looks like. Okay.
Yeah, that's it. And then there's the Doomsday. Now, is that supposed to be a Batman too?
Yeah, keep in mind these are prototypes, unfinished prototypes. So I don't know how done these are.
Can you imagine Bat Flash? Jesus, that might be the most powerful being in the universe.
I don't know who that is.
That would be sick.
Maybe Aquaman. I'm not sure. That's the Green Lantern.
Yo, he got that Elvis lit.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, this might be a bit much though, man. Like, I'm all for Batman. I love Batman. He's actually one of my favorite characters. But come on, dude. Like, give us something. You've already given us.
That wave was also supposed to include a Flash, a Red Hood, And I don't know who else, but yeah, it was a very Batman heavy wave from what the rumors I heard about.
I mean, I ain't gonna lie. He should have just turned around and mass produced that Spawn figure instead of doing these. That's just me, though.
I don't mind the I got the Batman and the Superman, and I was actually looking for the Batgirl and the Nightwing because I mean I like them. They're not bad. They're not bad at all. Actually, they're surprisingly good, even for McFarlane. I mean, I was expecting to get some trash, as much negative publicity as he gets out there, and they're really good. Now they're all over the place though, especially with the design, because the Superman doesn't have a double jointed elbow, which I mean, it's Superman. Does he really need one? But Batman does. You know?
Yeah, real quick, I just wanted to say something. I said something last week, and I didn't realize. Apparently, when and Larry just brought it up again about mass producing that Spawn line. Apparently, it wasn't all McFarlane. Apparently, it was toy stores that didn't want to carry it for another reason. Somebody said that to me in passing last week, and I don't know. I don't know that much about the story because I didn't really follow Spawn all that much, but. I think that's a pretty interesting story. Maybe we should talk about that one day. And with that,
that is pretty interesting.
We'll have to dig into it.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, guys, we're close to our time here. It's been a pretty fun show going over things. So let's go ahead and go around the yard, do some where you at, some shout outs, and let's get up out of here, man. Let's start with you, Wolf.
Hold on real quick. I want to give a shout out to your wife. Because she got some nominated for an award. Why don't you tell us about that?
Yeah, so at the hospital that my daughter gets her treatment at U of M, my wife is one of the outpatient parent volunteers there. And what's really cool is that they do these volunteer awards for people who are in their hospital. Specifically, they have like these set awards for them. Then they also highlight their volunteers. And my wife got nominated for one of the awards. As well. So shout out to her. She's been work. She's on a couple of different advisory boards with that hospital, on top of being a wife and being a parent and being the CEO of our foundation and
putting up with you.
Yeah, man, shit too.
That's a full-time job in itself. And she looks around the corner and shakes her head. Yes. So she shout out to her and thank you, Wolf, for giving her that shout out, man.
Absolutely.
I give her roses and give her flowers there, man. So thank you for that.
Mike, you got a bounce? You want to give us your shout outs real quick?
Yeah, man. I don't really have too many shout outs, but I do have to run. Sorry. If you guys are still going to keep going, I'm all for it. I'll watch it the rest of the week. But I wanted to say one thing real quick. I think we finally settled on a name for our Saturday night thing. I think we're calling it the Saturday Night Meetup. And if you don't know how to spell meat, then you don't listen to the show enough. But we'll be doing that. We'll be building Legos. We'll be doing all kinds of stuff, playing with toys. We've been hanging out I don't know. It seems like 5-6 weeks in a row we've been hanging out. And it's just great. It's informal. It gives us a chance to communicate with people that we don't normally see. Kind of keeps us sane during this whole, coronavirus crap that we got going on. Fucking virus. So yeah, man, it's just it's a really cool thing. Come check us out. Come hang out with us. If there's room, we'll let you pop in. You don't have to even work on a project. Like, people are just grabbing a transformer, flipping them back and forth, or whatever. It's just an excuse to get together and hang out and have fun. So please join us, hang out with us. And real quick, thank you all. Great show, guys.
Yeah,
awesome.
Yeah, catch you later, dude.
Be good, guys. Love you.
Love you too, man. Be easy. So, Wolf, back to you, baby.
Yeah, you know what? Shout out to our guests. Speaking of the meetup, shout out to the guests we had last week. We had from the Total Package podcast, we had Amber and Bethany.
Yeah, shout out to those.
Good hanging out with them. They built Legos and made some masks, so that was cool. Got to hang out with them. Also, the people to watch. Shout out to you guys. We do it for you. We love having you. Love communicating with you. We're doing this to break up the monotony, so we hope you're enjoying it too. But anyway, back to work for me. Typical week. Hopefully, I will be avoiding your husbands.
I don't think they'll be avoiding you, but
Yeah, hopefully they're going to avoid me. I don't want to deal with you. You do your thing. I'm going to stay here and do my thing. Don't talk. But anyway, catch me, Eric Von Wolfenstein, on all your social media goodness. Here every Thursday with you fine gentlemen, and every Saturday until we get sick of you. So
Good stuff, man. Good stuff. Lowry, what about you, big fella? Where can they find you? What you got going on this week?
Oh, not much, man. So you can pretty much find me, just kind of hanging out with you guys every Thursday. You can find me on, the different social media outlets at Jason Lowry. You can find me on the Roma Collectors group underneath Jason Lowry. Just hanging out. Like I said, we're doing the Saturday night things where we just kind of hang out. And shout out to Mike for, announcing that we're going ahead and calling this the meetup, because we've been talking about that for a little bit. And we kind of wanted it to have a little flair with us on this whole entire thing. You know what I mean? Like the whole long running joke with all of this. So, and to be honest, all that's been keeping us sane, everybody talking out, hanging out. Shout out to all the people that have popped on here and there throughout the weeks. Like, all the different people that are our friends, all the people are different podcasts. It's been a pleasure seeing everybody coming together, just chilling out, just forgetting their worries for just a couple hours, every Saturday night. So,
yeah, man, no doubt.
And then you can find us, every Thursday, like I said. You can also find us on the different social media outlets, Facebook. You can find us on Podbeam, everything else like that. And what about you, Eric B? Where can we find you?
Yo, you can find me, Eric B, on Facebook under Eric Instagram Burgess. You can also find me on Instagram at Mr_EDub82. I've been taking a little break from Instagram to take care of a couple other things that I got going on. You can also find me and the wife, as well as our organization, Kennedy's Village, at kennedysvillage.org, or also at Kennedy's Village on Facebook, Twitter, and the Instagram, where we are doing our best to bridge the gap between sickle cell research care for those who are struggling with the disease, those who can't get their meds, and so on and so forth. We're working on programs and stuff for that as well. So be on the lookout. We got some big things coming. This year has been a minor reset for us since we are not doing any fundraising, but it gives us more time to work in other areas. So this has been great, and we've been utilizing that time for that. Also, this coming week, what I got coming up is just finishing my daughter's room. So I will definitely be getting that stuff together and putting that out there for content. And I smoked a brisket this past weekend. So I'm going to be posting that video at the beginning of the month. That way we can kind of space it out. I think I'm going to do a video a month to try to keep the content going. So unless the guys feel like we need some more content, then I'll, scurry something together. I'm always cooking. So
he's always down to share his meat.
You always asking me for me to share my.
I'm always down to eat it. I don't even care.
We're always asking you to spread the love.
Spread the love. That's all that is, man. And I just want to give a shout out to you guys as well. Starting a podcast isn't easy. And for us to do the work that we did behind the scenes, man, I thank you guys for putting in the work, the dedication, the time, the hours to make this thing a go, man. We're at episode 12 now. Episode 12. And that's nothing to sneeze at. Some podcasts don't make it past 3. So I thank you guys for putting in the work. And with that, guys, the nerds have spoken. Peace.
All right, catch you guys later.
Have a good one.